information on this woman. Have I watched it? No, I ain't. I've been doing so much in a real life that I ain't really had the opportunity to watch it. But because I've had like 5 messages now, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna do the live and give people the opportunity to have their say, because one of the comments or the content that I seen was, I'm fed up of this. Nobody's giving people the opportunity to speak. That was on the For You page this morning. The exposed page is live right now. Okay, but maybe I seen that exposed page thing. But they were saying, oh, people wasn't giving us the opportunity to have our say. All right, cool. So this other phone's on. Am I right in saying if I just type in Mum on the Run, the video will come up? Yeah, Amber, can you ask them to come in? You've asked? Okay, cool. Who's Bug? Baslavia? I don't know who that is. Ruby McCarthy. Ruby, you're meant to be in here. I'm on the Run, Judge Rinda. Is that what you want me to? Is that what you want me to play? Would that give me the full context? Oh, Ruby, you was in the box, so I was just wondering, did you request on purpose, or is it one of those ones where you done it on accident? No. Should I just go to her actual face? Yeah, I did it on purpose. Okay, cool. 1 second then. Yeah, that girl Sydney knows her well, I think. The one that was with Beaver. Oh, just look at her TikTok page, says a lot. Alright, let's bring this person in. Hello, Ruby. Welcome to the stage.
Hi.
Hello, you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. How old are you, Ruby?
18.
Oh, you're a bit too young to be on my platform, to be fair.
Huh?
You're a bit too young to be on my platform, to be fair. I don't really conversate with 18-year-olds. Oh, sorry, Ruby.
What?
Yes, I know, guys. Whoever that is. To any of the mods in here that do have rising powers, please don't rise anybody. I will rise them, yeah? Only because I do have some people that are trying to get into my box to troll me, okay? So I need everybody to understand now, all of the mods that are in here that have rising powers, don't rise anybody. I'll be on top of it, okay? Love you all. The last thing I need is to be going, you know, and they'll be like, we're on your stage. Hello, Jane. We got Jane in the building, guys. How funny is this? Jane was on my messaged on my content like, I seen you in New Street train station. I was a bit starstruck. Bless you. He should have said hello. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Observer. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna search this person's TikTok now. Oh, on this other account, the first thing that come up is General G. General G, we ain't finished with you, mate. I'm telling you that now. Part 2 will definitely be in the making, one way or another. I don't feel like the first one was enough. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the gifts, man. Like I said, we are pushing Live Fest, so any help will be appreciated. All right, Mum on the Run. Let's get some context then before I have my opinion. If the boxes are open, if people want to jump in and have their opinion, then by all means. Thank you, Emily. Jump up, gang. They're telling me to tell you to come on theirs. Oh, I mean, I don't mind doing boxes. I mean, let me get some more context now, innit? And then after, I'll come on theirs. Come join us. Oh man, can't you come over here first and I'll come over tomorrow? I'm literally only staying on for 2 hours as well. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know the whole ins and outs yet. So this is kind of my opportunity now to get some context so I know what I'll be talking about. You know what I mean? So I'll definitely come over in the future after I've got...
Oi,
Oi, big old Sean in the building.
we got MJ in the gang. Come on.
Evidence and facts. Or just join them in. I don't know how to do it. Close the boxes and invite them. Well, but how many people? Do they have a few people on their stage or whatever? Sorry, Sean, one sec.
No props.
Oh, when I clicked her name in, it just come up with her live. That woman's live now, isn't it? Can't we get you all in here? We're doing organised chaos. Big old Shaz in the building. Big up Josh. Oh, we're getting the gang in. Gang, if you want to jump in and have your opinion, like, don't wait all night.
Yeah.
All right, wait there. Okay, look. All right, this is. Hold on. Hold on. This is from 2023, though.
My son alive, and what has happened since then to prevent me from returning to my country?
Is this the same woman?
This is the video you're going to find the answers to those questions. Back on the 20th of January in 2020, I made my first ever TikTok account called Whistleblower, and this was an account where I spoke about things that had happened to me within the social services system whilst I was a looked after child. I was in 127 placements in 36 schools, and I sued the local authority for £1.6 million out of court settlement for neglection, failure to provide a safe environment, and many other charges which they accepted out of court, including damaging, grooming, and sexual exploitation. Although many women came forward and spoke about their child abuses for the first time, and that gave them strength, I was trolled and bullied to a severe extent, to the point where I had to prove everything that I ever said on this app, which I did. I was spending a lot of time on live videos, staying up late with people, telling these stories about my childhood. This led to me beginning to drink, which then led to me taking cocaine because I was tired. I needed to stay up to tell these stories. I didn't need to. I got sucked into it. I was also a dominatrix at the time because although that I had a large amount of financing compensation, it was taken by solicitors who I had great difficulty getting the money from. All of that information about my childhood and the finances which I received is not going to be covered in this video. I was actually suffering with a kidney problem or some kind of problem at the time where I had a pain in my back and I was often vomiting and rolling around in agony due to this pain. It's important to note that I was actually celibate for around 2 years, and I was, up until just before I made the TikTok account, I'd been celibate for about 18 months, and then I started to stupidly mess around with the weed guy for 3 weeks. He assaulted me, and I had him prosecuted and never saw him again, and then I returned to my celibacy. So, the 28th of December, before I made the TikTok account, about 4 weeks before, is when I ended the relationship. I was then celibate until May. On the 1st of May, which is my birthday, I slept with a friend of mine at my birthday party stupidly off my face. On the 7th of May, I saw my ex-boyfriend and spent a night with him. And on the 14th of May, I was live on TikTok and I was in pain with my back kidney problem in the morning. And I expressed that I was going to the shop to buy some painkillers, and one of the followers said, buy a pregnancy test when you're there. My period wasn't due until the 22nd, so I thought, okay, I'll do the test to bide me some time while I'm rolling around the floor vomiting. It's going to be negative. The test came up positive, and within the minute of me even processing that, the followers turned against me. And
Guys, so what is this to do? All of this is to do with why she's on the run with her child. My
an argument broke out within the live feed.
So again, Z.
I watched that whole video. So yeah, she's explaining why she's essentially on the run on that video, but the story is just mad. Like the story, I've seen loads of different videos with loads of different information, and I'm like, but obviously then I've seen people saying it's lies, and so I don't know what's truth or what's lies. I haven't got a clue.
Okay.
Because I had been drinking the night before. The followers were quite rude to me. I said some horrible things. They said some horrible things. And within the hour, the police were at my door thinking that I was heavily pregnant, injecting heroin into my pregnant body, which was not true. I have never been a heroin addict or had problems with heroin. My father injected me with heroin once, tried to kill me when I was 17 or 18 years old. And that is the only time that I have ever taken heroin. The police came to my house 5 or 6 times every day under false allegations that I was dead. The ambulances came to my house, takeaways came to my house all day that I hadn't ordered, taxis all day that I hadn't ordered, dog wardens came, everything and anything that you can order without paying for it up front, it came to my house. Carpet cleaners, window cleaners, you name it, they ordered it. The social services also came to my house, but not long before I left, they asked me, am I pregnant? I said I hadn't had time to confirm it yet at the window, and they told me if I am, I was advised to abort the pregnancy. I didn't have any information on what they thought of me or what they had been told by these people at this time, so I was quite offended. I closed my window, told her to fuck off. I booked my flight and I left. No, I didn't book my flight at that point actually, because I had been contacting the police from the 14th of May when this started myself, explaining to them that I was a victim of trolling, that malicious lies were being made about me, that my character was being attacked online, and that none of this was true, and that I need the police to stop coming to my house on false allegations that I am dead, because I am not dead. I'm not suffering with mental health problems. They was telling the police that I was in a violent relationship, being beaten up every day, that I was trying to unalive myself every day, and that I was also injecting Class A drugs on TikTok Live, an app where you can't smoke a cigarette. Upon realising that the police were not going to help me, excuse me, they didn't believe me. I left my home and I went to a hotel in Liverpool while I got my passport for one night. I closed all of the curtains in the hotel and I sat on the bed on live and I was crying. The followers came to the conclusion that I had gone for an abortion, and I let them believe that in order to give me some time to get out of the country. At this time I had already decided that I was going to leave and take some time to visit a friend in another country, let things blow over and then come back. The police showed up at my hotel within 10 minutes of me being there, and under the influence that I was dead in the room. I wasn't dead, I wasn't trying to harm myself. They actually knocked on the door as I was walking out of the door. I went to eat in a restaurant in Liverpool. They also sent a random person to the restaurant that I didn't know. I had to get security to move these people. That confirmed for me that I was not safe, not being heard and not being believed, and had to leave the country. My home was still being attacked even while I wasn't there. The Smithy family, who are a big creator on TikTok and YouTube, had just had the house burnt down the week before this had started with me. And another creator on here, I can't remember her name, I think it was Geordie Princess, she had had a window shot through that week, and I was not taking any chances. It had got to the point where I was too scared to take my 2 German Shepherds downstairs to the toilet in my own house, because the door was just going every 5 minutes with the police. On one instance I was out walking my dogs and the police kicked off my door because I wasn't able to answer it because I was walking my dogs. I left the UK and first travelled to Northern Cyprus, where the people who were stalking me found me within 2 weeks, and I left and moved on to Portugal. When in Portugal, I rented a Airbnb for 4 weeks. I asked the 2 potential fathers of my baby to visit me to do a DNA test, which I would pay for everything. One rejected the offer, the other one accepted. We had a disagreement on the phone and he leaked my address of the first place. So then the police continued to run through the building. They didn't know what room I was in, but they would run through the building, knocking on every door thinking that somebody was dead inside the property. I had to leave, losing my 1 month rent, which was £1,500. I then found a beautiful villa, a 4-bedroom villa with a private gate and a private community with a pool and and everything where I could relax and enjoy my pregnancy. I posted a photograph on a hill just down the road from this, and then I posted in a restaurant which gave up my location. Stupidly, I'm not accustomed to being on the run. I'm just trying to live, do you know what I mean? They sat on Google Maps for 7 days and stalked me until they found the villa. They then had the police almost ram the gate to the private entrance because there was no buzzer, telling them that there was a pregnant woman hanging inside. I had to leave short notice and I lost £4,000 moving from this property. I then left Portugal. I continued to move around and be stalked like this until I was 6 months pregnant. I eventually ended up in Turkey. And
the thing is, they probably want me to go over there to help them with numbers, but I don't think I will help them with numbers. Like, if they want numbers in a reach,
I had a major panic attack. I was
they
6
need to
months
come
pregnant
over
at
here.
this time. I had a major panic attack and I didn't feel safe. On this day, I contacted the UK services.
Because if I go over there, what can I share? I can't
Since I left the UK.
Sorry.
I'd got into touch with the social services and asked what support can they offer me if I return in terms of safety.
Jump in there, Vanessa.
I don't really need parenting advice. I need a way to keep myself safe. But I would accept advice on parenting, I guess.
They're coming now. Okay,
They couldn't
cool.
offer me anything to keep me safe. The police were also...
Thank you, Zara.
I'm going to have to do a part 2 to this video as the time has
We're
run
still in
out.
double points as well, you know, guys. We've got
Why
an
am I
hour
on the
left
run
to
with my
double points.
1-year-old son? What happened for me to feel so...
Alright, listen, the reason why I was playing that is because not gonna lie, obviously I'm new to this, and obviously people have been asking for this, so I just wanted to just kind of get a bit of context, but I'm lost. Thank you, Kelly. So if everybody is here, the people that have been going live, I'm seeing a lot of people coming in and following. If you'd like to join the stage is open. I will make the boxes bigger so there's more space and you can all come in and talk your truth. But I do have people on the panel as well, so we've got Kaza, one of our returns.
Evening, pal.
Big up Kaza in the building.
Thank
Okay.
God, something to watch.
I know you love these surviving series.
Oh yeah, I do. Oi, do you know?
Go on.
Sorry, mute up guys. Mute up guys. Let Kaza land and then you can all land, sorry.
Sorry, yeah. Oi, you know this lady, yeah? I'm not gonna lie, I was watching Angie's, like, I get she's messed up and all them things, yeah, but I was watching Angie's live the other day and they were talking about her, yeah, and I actually genuinely think that these ladies are stalking her. Like, I actually think that these women have actually, like, she's not lying about being stalked, because the amount of things that these people know, like, about her is ridiculous. Like they know, they could tell you, oh, she was seen on CCTV outside this shop at this time doing this and that. Like, they literally know everything about her life. It's crazy. Like, I actually generally think that they are stalking her.
So, 1 minute, Kaza, they're saying we will come, but only on split screen. But that don't make sense. Is there just one person that's on that live right now? Or is there other people in the box? Because if there's other people in the box, we can't do split screen.
What the hell is split screen?
They want to do it like flipping, like a battle format. Nah, others. So what, is there three people on a live or something? Because you can only get 4 people. Our main account will come split screen. Why don't you? That's what I'm saying. Why can't the main account just come over here? I don't understand. Come over, say what you need to say, and then go back to your live. You're probably going to get more people that know. Unless they've got, does the person have numbers or something? How many people do they have in their live? She's putting her son at risk. Sorry. Why are they moving all suspect? Trust me. Sorry, Kaza. Carry on, Kaza.
Yeah, like, can't you see, like, I've said that I actually think that people are stalking her. I didn't say who's stalking her, but there's been about 4 or 5 people in the comment section like, we're not stalking her. Like, how do you know I'm even talking about you? Like, you must be, do you know what I'm saying? They're so invested in everything to do with this woman, yeah, that it's actually crazy. Like, I understand that she does a lot of things that are questionable, and she does a lot of things that Do you know what I'm saying? She should be drawn out for. But a lot of the things that they just say about her are just to be spiteful, if that makes sense. At the same time as spreading awareness about her, if that, do you know what I mean? Because like they'll be like, oh yeah, but she smokes green. How many people smoke green but are still able to look after their kids?
True.
Do you know what I'm saying? They're just trying to pick at every little single thing that they can find. Anyway, yeah, I'm here for it. Anyway, I'm here for it.
Well, this is the thing. Like, why do they have beef with her? I don't understand. Have you seen the video of her? An old man. What? Jesus. So posting, what child is okay? What the? Big up K in the building. Wow, Akuna Matata, local crew. All right, and before we go there though, Zara. What's up, Zara? Big up yourself.
Obviously, I've seen loads of videos about this woman, and so when you said she was doing this one tonight, I was like, "Oh, this is a bit of me," because I'm down the rabbit hole now. I need to get to the bottom of it. It's all a bit mad. Like, obviously, there's a lot of people saying that she's lying. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, that video that you've just played is really long, and so that's her sort of giving a bit of background as to why she fled the country. But I think apparently the reason she fled essentially is because social services were wanting to take her child away from her, and she already has 2 children who are, I don't know whether they're in the care of social services or with their dads or whatever, but she's had 2 other children taken away from her. But have you seen, obviously, her son, she's meant to have fled now, is it Malaysia or Thailand, wherever she was, and left her son in an orphanage?
What?
Have you not seen that?
No.
So she's wherever she was, basically social services in whatever country she was in, or their equivalent of social services, came and took her son away from her. And then she went to the orphanage to, like, basically, I think she's seen a child attacking her kid and, like, tried to leave the orphanage with him. And apparently she's saying now they've basically moved him overnight, told her that she can't see him, she doesn't know where he is, and she's fled the country and left him there. But it all just doesn't make sense. Like, I just think, even down to, like, she was putting something up about she's got a house that she's waiting to sell for like 100k, but then she was begging for money online to pay for her son's dental care, and she was meant to have got like millions of pounds from the local authority for so she was in care as a child, and she, like, took them to court and sued them or whatever, and she got a lot of money for, like, negligence, basically, because they failed to provide her with, like, a safe environment, where it's all just a bit mad.
The comments are flying in. I'm trying to keep up with everything, but I can't. There's a lot of people in here that have got strong opinions. Like, the boxes are open. Like, what are you doing? Like, get up and let all of this steam off. You know what I mean? It's the reason why we do these kind of lives, because a lot of people feel like they don't have a voice. You got yourself, Jojo. Thank you. Oh, wow, Zara, this is mad still. I'm just trying to take everything in, man.
I want some of the people that have got all this information to jump up and speak, because I'm just, like, speaking on what I've seen, but obviously I don't know whether it's 100% anyway. Like, where I just want to know what these people know. Like, why they fill me in?
This is it. I mean, this is it. The person that was running the exposure has come offline. I'm sorry if you feel like I've trod on your toes. It ain't even that. I'm just giving what the consumers want. I'm getting bare people, like, messaging saying, "Oh, have you seen this? You seen that?" And they ain't been on the TikTok streets. I'm like, all right, then, is that what you want? Then, you know, that's what you'll get tonight.
NJ, can I ask the comments a question? Because I generally want to know, in it, like, I don't actually know, like, into-depth things about this woman, yeah? So comment section, all the people that seem to have built up, like, they have, like, group chats of, like, literally just trying to find out things about her. That's what I think is crazy. Like, they have full-blown group chats about it. I want to know what you guys actually think. Like, obviously, I don't agree with people having kids, getting them taken, having more kids. Like, you all know this very much. But I'd like to know what are the actual reasons that you say that her kid's at risk? Is it because he's moving around the world? Is it because she smokes green? Is it because, like, what is the actual reasons that you think that the kid's at risk? I do actually want to know.
Come on. let's see some comments in the chat. Someone said, "But why are you doing this live then?" Because I do a surviving series. Yeah, each week we talk about different content creators offer a safe environment, a nice chilled environment where people can come up and speak their truths. At the end of the day, I don't know what this exposure page angle is in terms of, are they just trying to grow their platform? That's why they want to do this split screen thing. But it's like, the platform is here for you to talk. You're not going to get shut down. Nobody's going to come for your neck. I'm just here to hear your side. Maybe Mom on the Run might want to say her side. I don't know. It happens sometimes. Go on, Josh. Sorry.
Yeah. So, first time I ever seen her was not on TikTok. It was on Judge Rinda. She was suing this chap for some money in the court.
What's she doing?
She was suing this chap for some money, and she won that case.
Jeez, what was that? How much did she get?
5,500 or something. The episode's on. Yeah, I think you can find the episode with the Judge Rinda, I think.
Yeah, you can. I've seen it on here as well. I didn't know she was on Judge Rinda. I've seen it on TikTok.
Yeah,
No, wait, didn't she get 1.6 million, not 5,000? I swear she got 1.6 mil.
Well, I think that was from social services.
That's from the social services. That's from the social services. That was not the Judge Rinda thing. That's some sweet different.
Okay. Yeah, carry on, Josh. Sorry. Can everyone mute while Josh is speaking? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then I just recently just seen it this week pop it up on this screen.
So what was your opinion of her when you seen her on Judge Rinda?
Well, back then she looked very what's it called? Very one of them kind of girls that was a bit weird anyway back then. That's how it was.
A's Amusements, I thought you was a troll account. I still feel you like you're a troll account. Why do you want a box for? Nah, man, I'm not trusting that account still. Okay, thanks, Josh. Sean.
Yo.
What's your opinion on the woman in question?
So basically, I know that she lost a couple of kids. They've been adopted. She's obviously found out she's pregnant. She did lose them because of Class A drugs. And yeah, social do tests and they find out you are on that shit and they do take your kids. And she can't come back to England. The reason she's country hopping right now is because she's wanted for kidnapping her own youth.
Miras. So she's actually, this woman is actually on the run right now for true.
Yeah. So basically, social was going to take her child and she basically ran away with the youth.
So that's what? Hold on. So that's how she's blew up on this app, through that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Why do you think she's called Mum on the Run? Why do you think she can't come back here? She can't come back here. She has to be on the run.
Why isn't Interpol involved? What is it?
Hello. Andrea, sorry.
Hello, T. What's up?
I'm just saying, back. She didn't run away with the child. She was pregnant. So that child, when a lot of people are saying, oh, call social services, that child has never touched ground in the UK. The child wasn't born in the UK.
Yes, but because she lost the kids, they was planning on removing that child. Yeah, and that's why she ran away.
But not with the child. But with Kaz, I think she said earlier, is there abuse? There is literal a video of her washing her child in the toilet. In the toilet. There's a literal video. If I can send it to one of you, I'll send it to you. She's washing the child in the toilet.
Wait, what? What?
A video of her washing her child in the toilet.
What country is this?
Probably one of that she's been to, Cambodia, Asia, wherever.
This is what I'm thinking, because she's in one of those kind of countries as well. That toilet's going to be out.
She did, yeah, force the screaming child into the toilet. Like, I'm not saying.
Force the child screaming. Nah, come on, guys. Yo, trigger warnings out here. Trigger warnings out here.
She didn't actually put him in the toilet, though. Are you trying to tell me that she actually put him in the toilet?
She put him in the toilet, Kaza. No word of a lie. There's a literal video. She's put him in the toilet.
This wrong in here? Nah, whoa.
You know this? We got somebody off TikTok to go all the way to Turkey to
babysit evidence now,
just so she could go meet man. That's mad.
Who should I send it to? Who can I send it to?
Boy, I don't even want something like that on my phone, to be fair.
Yeah, me either.
I'll be real.
No, if you go like, if I can't remember who shared,
Evidence
there's
I
like
want
a
to
whole,
see. No, I don't want to see that shit, to be fair.
there's a whole
You
like
wanna see
Telegram
that.
thing.
Wait, can they get it on Twitter? Is it on Twitter? Something like that should be on Twitter still.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll be real. I don't want to see that.
I don't agree. There was a woman though that was like, I called up every orphanage and I was looking. Why are you looking for her child? Like, why are you doing that? That is strange. Like the lengths that people are going to. Some of them are a little bit like concerning. Their actions, to be fair.
I've got to see it to believe it, though. Now I hear you still, but I'm just like, yo, that's mad. Still, that's bare triggering to think that somebody would do that. But hold on, she was live.
Can you see the comments? It's saying she washed the baby in a, or the child in a bidet. You know the thing when you go on holiday and you wash your bum with it.
No, it was just in a cubicle. There was only one toilet.
No, I'm just saying what a lot of the comments are saying. It's saying it's a bidet. Now, I'm not saying it's right.
It's not a toilet. It's what you wash your batty with. It's one of them tap things.
Yeah, one of them like thingy things. So let's look at it this way. I'm not condoning it, yeah, but if you can wash your bum with it and you spray water, it's not a bidet. He's literally in the toilet. So why was he seeing the comments? So I'm just thinking, if you can wash your butt in it, you can wash your body in it. If there's no other means to wash, or am I?
You'll have to see the like. As sad as it sounds, yeah, you'll have to see the video for it to make sense. Without seeing it, like you won't get it. But as sad as it sounds.
What I want to know is though, how do you put someone in a toilet to wash them? Because my toilet goes narrow towards the bottom, so if you put someone in that, how are you getting water out of it to even wash them?
So was this in a hotel or was this on where the hell? Oh, this is crazy. Why would you wash your? This is it.
I get that people are. I get the whole cold water thing, but what if that's the only water available?
At least she's, I'm not gonna lie. At least if it is one of those toilet cleaner things, like at least she's cleaned that kid. She could have left them filthy.
But that's the way I see it. But I'm thinking, am I sick for thinking that? Because you just kind of got to make do with what you got, especially if you're not in a place where they've got the.
Someone said it's
Some of them countries don't have what we have. Do you get it? So you're right.
There was a shower, someone said. But there was a shower though.
I'm just trying to think logically, like being in that situation, you kind of like she's in survival mode.
No, but wait there. People are saying there was a shower, but there was a shower in working order. I don't want to laugh, but to be fair, that comment there is just like wipes me out still. Like I can't picture that still.
And the video of her sat on live, she was sat like on live, like I don't know, I think it was sort of like rage bit type of thing. And her son started drowning in the background. You can literally hear her son screaming in the background while she was sat on live trying to like rile people up.
Sean.
And then her son was like, I'm sorry, Mummy.
Do you know what annoys me when people say you can hear this and you can hear that? That's you think you can hear things, so allow it.
Yeah, I agree that like we can't draw conclusions of what we hear.
I was looking at my kid on live and no one got touched, so you didn't hear shit.
Yeah,
I'm not believing that.
I agree. I think we need to go off what's been seen rather than what's been heard.
These videos, all that is the thing. Like, if you search it, it's there.
Sorry, not attacking the tea, by the way.
All of it has evidence. Like, that's what I mean. I'm not speaking on things like whatever. There is literally like it's there.
Who can be a Cam 2 gang for me, man?
That's what you need. You need the evidence. But if it is literally all there.
I ain't got another device.
There's proof though. He was in a pool. Right, what am I searching? Tell me what I'm searching now.
I'm on the run, baby pool or something like that. I don't know.
Don't you sometimes get like scared to type these things? Like today, I was going on YouTube. You know, sorry, not to take it away from this, but you know about the child that was found under the bed.
Oh my God.
I was trying to go on YouTube to see, because you know how you got like crime people who like talk about cases. I was typing in like child found under bed, and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, like I don't even want to be typing this.
I've done a bit of Google searching about that as well, but yeah, but again, that's just another, that's vile, that story.
Yeah, not to take it away from this.
Someone's got feedback, you know, right there. Shaz, I think it might be you. Unmute again.
Is it me?
A little bit now, yeah. Oh no, it's gone now.
I'm going to drop down anyway. You know, I never stay up for too long, but I'll have my box.
Big up yourself. Thanks for coming up.
Right.
Got shots every time. Right, okay. Fake story, not that one.
Like, I do think, yeah, like people have to remember that she's not in like these well-developed countries as well. Do you know what I'm saying? She's in underdeveloped countries, so the resources that she's going to have are not going to be as up to date as this country's resources. Do you know what I mean? So like some things that you guys are saying, I'm just a bit like, oh come on, like look at the country that she's in. The development of the country that she's in is not as developed as the UK, and she's not in she's not staying in five-star resorts. Do you know what I'm saying?
People are saying that there was a shower next to it, but then that was my next question, like how do people know if the shower was working or not? Do you know what I mean? Or was she doing that for the content, for the reaction? Is she one of those kind of people?
NJ, it was probably these stalkers have searched up where she is and gone on Google Maps and found the shower, bro, because they're that crazy. They're actually that crazy.
You've been on booking.com looking at the rooms.
Yeah.
Right, wait there. I'm looking at this page now. This Matthew Ellis' page. And what am I looking for on here, Sam? Talk to me. What am I looking for on here? Guys, we're only at 18k likes. That is terrible. We got 400 people in here. Let's start double tapping the screen, yo. Let's drive this algorithm.
Kids get dirty, innit? I don't care what anybody says. You lot can't tell me that your kid's been clean 24/7 all the time, every single day. My child used to get so friggin' dirty. Like at the end of the day, yeah, like I would wipe her, but still at the end of the day she would be minging. Yeah, kids just generally get dirty. They want to touch everything. They want to be into everything. They want to do everything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, kids get dirty. Adults aren't gonna get as dirty as a child's gonna get.
Sorry. That person was trying it there. T, request again. What? Hakuna Matata, are you there?
What are you saying, guys?
Let me try. What's going on, Stoney, sorry. You cool?
Call me Zony.
Back now, alright. What's your opinion on this then, Stoney?
Listen, this girl, this one ain't the one, man. Check her down. Listen, she's running TikTok right now. None of it's true. For real, none of it's true. I know what you're saying and what you see and all this and all that. But like Miss Independent just said, yeah, what went on that night is not what you heard. It's easily done on TikTok. Things are very easily edited. Like, I've been following this girl for mad long now, just watching the banter that she comes out. Even the video she posted today about having STDs in her bum and all that, and she was going to get a pill that gets rid of it so she can have more bum fun today. Like, it's all jokes, man. Like, come on, guys.
That's nasty, though.
No, I know, but she's getting what she wants. She's getting the views. Watch how she's making is it 60 minutes or 60-second videos? Like, she's getting the views, man. She knows what she's doing. And she's rattling feathers while she's doing it. And she really is living her best life.
NJ, can I give you an example, yeah? You see me, I made a video saying that I charge kids, yeah, to come and drink and eat at my house. I charge them, like my friends' kids, I charge them for drinking food. Yeah. I made that video, yeah. Obviously, I don't do that, but I made that video. It got millions of views. It got spread around everywhere. Do you know how much I made from that one video? I made £2,000 from that one video that I posted on my page. Yeah, and people were uproar. Do you know the things that I got called, the things that people said about me? And do you know what? I don't care, because you see that £2,000, it went into things for my daughter. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I actually do it. I don't actually charge my brethren's kids for food or drink at my gaff. It was just something to uproar the public that I knew that they would react to. If you know you're going to get a reaction from something, you're going to do it. Because
I'm sure that even hit World Star, you know.
Yeah, it was everywhere. It was on fucking Shade Bar and all sorts, and people were uproared. Like, if you know something's going to uproar people and people are going to have an opinion on it, you're going to do it. You're going to say it because you know people are going to talk about it, and you are, as much as people don't want to believe it, you are going to make money from it.
No, I understand the whole money-making thing, yeah, and obviously it's all a facade, whatever, yeah, but her son's teeth are rotten to the core. Like, Kazi, you said that whole money or whatever you did it for your child. It all went back into your child. But if you want to take your life, you want to go on the run, fair enough. If that's a decision she wants to make. But to the point, your child, like your child's teeth are rotten. Like every video.
Respectfully, how do you know her child's teeth are rotten?
But
You can see.
You're saying her kids' teeth
Yeah,
are
how do you know
rotten.
that's not some
I've seen
type of
kids in the
filter or
UK with
something? She
rotten
knows what she's
teeth,
doing. She's very intelligent.
I've seen kids in the UK with rotten teeth though, so that to me doesn't really mean anything. I've seen
That would still
many
go down
kids
to the
with-
parent, surely.
Yeah, of course it is, but I've seen many kids with rotten teeth in the UK.
And I'd say the same to them parents too. Like, buy a toothbrush and toothpaste for your child.
Not necessarily about them not brushing their teeth. It depends if some parents give their kids juice in bottles and things like that. Them type of things can obviously rot a child's teeth. Where like I said, I've seen many children, and not to say that it's right, but I've seen many children with rotten teeth in the UK here on our own.
Nazar, you're speaking facts still.
And it could be
I've
gum
seen people give their babies like Coca-Cola in a baby bottle when the baby's a few months old. I'm like, rah.
BMG, yeah, I actually have no idea. I actually agree with the comment. I have no idea.
Could have
Yeah,
conditions.
you could have bad gum health. Like he could have like, do you know what I'm saying? He could have actual problems with. I don't know about this woman in it. I'm just trying to play the other side a little bit because I feel like everybody's just like down one way. Like everyone's saying one thing. Like I feel like you have to look at things from other angles too. And I feel like so many things could be like these things that you're doing. She could be playing on the things that you lot are saying. But in fact, it's something else completely. So, like, the kid could have something wrong with its gums. When I was 3 years old, all my teeth were rotten. I had to get every single tooth in my whole mouth removed. That doesn't make my mum a bad mum. None of my brothers and sisters had that problem, but I had gum problems. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not always about someone's parenting why something's gone wrong. It could just generally be something else. But she's using it to play with you lot because she knows she's getting a reaction. She's making money.
And I just can't see how someone that would panic like that running down the stairs to leave her kid to go get nappies from downstairs would walk away and leave her kid in an orphanage. I really do believe 1010 when she's making these videos, her kid's with her. She knows what she's doing.
I agree, that kid is not in an orphanage. Come on.
Yep, he's not.
Settled in an eye. One TT.
Hi guys.
Yeah, yo.
What's happening, Torian?
How's everyone doing?
We there. So obviously today we're here with the mom on the run. Fashionably late. Really joking.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on this woman then, T?
All right. I'm gonna go off the fact that I'm just gonna say my opinion if her child isn't. I'm gonna give my opinion on both. Yeah, I think. Oh, I don't even know where to start, mate. What kind of a mother? Yeah, goes on holiday, goes out drinking, and leaves her underage baby toddler in a hotel room in a country that is over 24 hours away. Number one. Number two, how can you leave that country knowing your son is in an orphanage in Thailand and you've brought yourself back here? Instead of coming on TikTok and doing all of this, have you contacted the UK government? Have you contacted the UK embassy? Have you contacted the police? Have you got yourself a lawyer? All these things is what I don't get. Like, and I'm not judging her at all. I'm just saying, like, if that was me and my son got taken away in an orphanage because I was out or whatever I was doing, there ain't no way I'm leaving that country without my child. Because think of it like this. We're adults. That poor little boy, number one, it's a whole different language. Yeah. Number two, you've left your son with strangers. People that he don't even know. That's if her child is obviously in an orphanage. I'm just saying, yeah. I think based on the fact that if her child is not in an orphanage, then obviously this is just a money-making scheme. Because it's like, if all of this is going on, Why isn't the outlet? Why isn't no one speaking about this? Why is this not on all media outlets? Why is this, there's just a lot of questions like, why hasn't she not fulfilled all her resources? Because I don't think she has, if that's the case. And yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a very, very bizarre story. Taking your child, like, it don't make sense to me, man. But yeah, if that child is obviously with her, then again, I feel like she's not fit to be no mother. Sorry, because why would you even come up with something like that? And she just, I don't know, man.
She's quite damaged though, T. She's been through care systems herself and that, innit?
Oh, I mean, okay. See, I don't know her background. I'll be real.
Social services neglected her that bad. She got paid $6 million.
Who got paid $6 million?
This mum on the one.
1.6
Wait,
million.
she got paid 1.6 million.
Yeah, from social services.
Wait, hold on, stop. So where's all her money?
Well, that's what I thought as well. That was my question. Where is her money?
Well, she did say it was to do with.
Are we sure that she's telling the truth about that, though?
Yeah.
That you played, NJ, at the end of it, that apparently something about her solicitors withholding the money from her. But I'm like, surely is that? Do you know what I mean? There's got to be a legal route that you can.
All right, let me do a quick poll then, Zara.
Why is she on the run? Or originally?
She's on the run because she got pregnant and social services had already took two of her previous kids from her, and basically the outcome was probably going to be the same with this one, so she fled whilst pregnant.
Ladies, one second, you can carry on, yeah. I just want to do a quick poll for everybody that's in here, and I want all the engagement in the world, yeah. If you think that she got £1.6 million, yeah, for the what was it for? For the misuse, for neglect, yeah. Then I want to see a smiling face. If you think that she was lying, then I want to see a sad face. The poly's on now. Carry on.
Yeah, it's on Judge Rinder. I don't think it's a lie.
TV, bro. She definitely got paid.
Yeah, I don't think it's a lie.
She definitely got paid.
Did you see the story? Did you see the story that she told on Judge Rinder? Like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit's mad. Like, the shit that she's actually been through is mental. Like, she told a story that she went to hide in a cupboard from social services at her mum's gaff, and she pulled a blanket, and underneath the blanket was someone unalived that had overdosed to get it in the same cupboard as her where she was hiding and that. Like, she's been through a lot of things. Like normally, you lot know me. Like, I'm strongly against people losing their kids and then going on to have more, and then, do you know what I'm saying, ending up looking after the other ones that they've got, but not the ones that they had before. But apparently the other kids are with their father. But she has been through like an awful lot, and she wouldn't be able to say those things on Judge Rinder, NJ, if she didn't actually get that money, and that she did say it on there. Like, she wouldn't be able to say it on television.
At the end of the day, yeah, the social system that we have, the justice system, social service system, whatever it is very much effed in this country, 100%, yeah. And I feel like, yeah, she probably has gone through a lot of things, like seeing someone unalived as a child, all of that, that's mad. So it's obviously caused a lot of traumas for her growing up and whatever, yeah. But she's not that child no more. You're an adult. Take responsibility of your life. You are not that young person that social services has control over. You are an adult. You have continued to have children. You are grown. Take accountability, I'm sorry, and take responsibility now of your actions. You're not that child anymore. You are an adult. Like, that's just what I think anyway. But I don't know. Some people might call me harsh. Some people might not.
Nah,
I just feel like
we've all been through stuff.
Yeah, like everyone's been through things, and I understand people deal with things differently. I get that. People deal with traumas differently, grief differently, 100%. I get it, yeah. But I just feel like at your age now, where you forget you're being selfish. You've got a responsibility. You've got more than one responsibility now. You have children. So knowing what you've been through, like if I was in her position and I went through all of that and I had children, I'm going to make sure I'm the best damn mum anything could have, because I wouldn't want my kids to go through what I went through when I was younger. You get what I'm saying?
You see, Tori, and I think she low-key is, and that's why she's there.
Say that again, sorry? What's happening? I can't hear nothing.
That's exactly the point I was making. Regardless of the past that she's had, like, her child deserves better.
You would think she would want better. Like, if you've gone through all these things, the care system and that, and you know what the care system's like, and you've seen all these horrid things, why would you then have children and make them go into the system. What you would want a better. Come on, guys.
And
We've
with the
all been
whole
through things. We were
facility
younger,
thing-
yeah. Like there's people that have been, sorry, trigger warning, essayed, raped, all these things, and they continue and they go on to have kids, beautiful kids and whatever. And what they do, they make sure that what happened to them isn't gonna happen. It's like a repeat cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like I know parents that have been through SA. Yeah, they don't let no one around their kids in that sense because they like, you know what I'm saying? Like you put, I don't know. Let me just shut up because I don't want to get cancelled. But you don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, again though, people will say all these things, and I fully agree with you. Yeah, and I say it all the time. I fully agree with you. But why is it what one way for one and then not the others on this app? How many people? Like, at least she's trying to look after the one she's got now. Yeah, of course she might be clickbaiting you lot, and do you know what I'm saying, triggering you lot. But there's many mums on this app that have given their kids and been a surrogate for social services, and you lot will be paying for them to go on holidays. You lot will be paying for their takeaways. You lot will be paying for them to sit and smoke. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you lot will literally pay for these women, especially I see so many people in the comment section that sit and watch so many different mums that don't have their kids, and they'll sit and talk about this lady that we're talking about now, but you don't have the same energy for those mums that you feel sorry for. Oh, but she's been through this. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, she's been through that. What do you mean? She's got mental health. Like, no, it should be the same energy for all of these mums that don't have their kids.
I think one thing I've learned from being on TikTok is that TikTok is a selective place. Like, we know that, you know what I'm saying? I can do one thing and someone else can, Kaza, you can do something else tomorrow and people are going to be more outraged at what I done. You know what I'm saying? Or at what you done. Because we are living in an app where, not even living, but we're in an app where people have selective outrage. People, you know what I'm saying? They only go with what's right at the time or what flows the boat or rocks the boat or whatever it is. It's a selective app. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And that's not going to change, unfortunately. It's not going to change. Otherwise,
like, I've seen recently, Torian, did you see recently there's another mum on the app, yeah, who got her kid taken away and fostered, and she's sitting on live stream with a fag hanging out of her mouth. She's sitting smoking the fag on the live stream, like, you know, sitting there smoking, saying how she's having another baby, but she just had her kid taken off her and put into foster care. Do you know what I'm saying? But no one was chatting shit to her in the comment section. Everyone was telling her, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. But she literally got her kid taken away and put in foster care, like, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. But you're all congratulating her on having a pregnancy.
Listen, there's
Crazy.
that other woman on here. I think we've spoke about her, that Tara woman, bro. Yesterday, I got shown the video of her kissing her child, bro. It was the most trigger warning thing. And do you know how much people support that woman? Do you know how much women mod she's got? Like, it's disgusting.
Somebody would message me saying that we need to do a part 2. I know.
No, we do. Imagine I went in there live and I said, so what? You lot are supporting someone that essays their own child. And I got muted and blocked. Like, and I'm not going to lie, I watched that. I couldn't even watch it too much. Like, I saw it and I was just like, nah.
Physically sick in
But
it
I'm
too.
actually happy her kids got taken away. And I believe kids should be with their parents, you get what? Unless obviously it's something mad, whatever. But
What about
she
that page
should get
one?
hanged, bruv. That, absolutely disgusting.
No, but she said she does it all the time and she's done it with her other kids and all of that.
Nah,
What about
independent.
that
If you the
page
video, yuck, bro.
What about, sorry, Vicky?
I was saying there's another one, that page one, who said that the ghosts did something to her kids and she had them removed. She always wears wigs. She's always dancing. Do you know who I mean?
Oh, wow.
Who's that?
Oi, NJ, you need to do a surviving social
This is
service
another
surrogates.
character unlocked then.
Yeah,
Her name's
I've seen
Paige.
that, Vicky.
Or she gets called Tink or something like that.
She's actually
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Tink woman.
I don't know who that is still. Sorry,
She
Kanda,
said
1 minute, Vicky. 1 minute, Vicky, sorry. What did you say,
Sorry.
Kanda? And you can go next, Vicky.
I said you need to do a whole episode of surviving social service surrogates on this app. Yeah, because you could literally fill up that screen, all them little boxes, you could fill them up with mums on this app that have lost their kids and still sit here all day long on TikTok. I could name you 10 right now to put in that box. I'm not even trying shit. I'm being so for real. I can name you 10 mums that I know on this app that have lost their kids and still sit here all day, and you lot will fund their lives and act like you feel sorry for them. I can name you 10 to put in them boxes on that surviving right now.
No, not Tink, the one that's verified with the lovely daughter. There's another one called Paige, and she calls herself Tink. She wears wigs, and she hasn't got very good teeth. Don't know if you've seen her. She had a kid removed off her because something happened to them, and she said the ghosts ate them. She's dead delusional.
Does anyone know who that person is? So if I type in Tink, that will come up.
I know who she's talking about, NJ. I'm not gonna lie. She's some lady, yeah, and she's just bonkers, isn't it? She's fucking mad. Like, she was going on mad on this app for ages, like a couple of months. She was just moving crazy, like doing crazy shit and that. And then she started doing the crazy shit on live, but her kids were also there. Do you get it? And then her kids ended up getting taken away from her because of TikTok.
And Paige Lock, that's it, Paige.
Would you like to do a debate on her or what? If, I mean, all right. Let me just run a quick poll then, because like I'm saying, I don't even know who these people are. If you want us to do a live on Tin Page Lock, then give us a smiling face. If you think nah, she's boring, then give us a sad face. Let me know, people, because we're always open for other people, but we definitely need to do Tyra again, 100%. Oh, bloody hell, he's okay.
What? So you're not considering my idea of just shoving them all into one surviving?
Why? Who's gonna? I mean, T. I mean, I don't think I could host something like that still.
Yeah, man, you'd be fine.
I'll press live, and you ladies want to conduct it, then that's fine. You know what I mean?
100%. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I've always got something to say about them lot. Always.
Well, you just gotta just tell me who they are.
How's that gonna work? Can't you only have 9 boxes?
Can I just go back to Mum on the Run a minute? The one thing that disturbed me was, do you remember when she said that she was seeing that guy? And then a guy took inappropriate pictures or docked pictures of his son and put them online. Have you heard about that?
No. What the hell?
Yeah, it's been on a few videos. She was
Do we
seeing
know
like
if
this.
this little boy's alive? Like,
God knows.
Has there been proof of life? I'm sorry, I know I'm asking a mad question,
I saw
but
a video of the child by a pool recently. I don't know how recent that video is. I think it was in the last 2 days I saw it, but I don't know if that's recent. And I remember her getting on a plane.
alive. Okay, sorry, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just asking. Sorry, independent. Go on, babe.
I don't know how recent it is, but I did see the kid by the pool, and she was going on a plane somewhere. So I don't know if that connects or what, but it might be an old video.
So what was the need to do this whole content creator thing if this woman is absolutely she's got a big payout?
You need to call it the Bad Mums Club or something.
I don't
spend the majority of it on
payout. I would have got a house for me and my children, and the kids that were in care, I would have paid. I would have done everything
Even
to get
though
them
she got a
back.
big payout, like I said, she was asking people online to help pay for her son's dental care. So I don't think she's got money. Do you get me? Because she's asking people for money online.
But remember, she had a
understand,
substance
if you get paid 1.6 million, you got to understand she's also got to pay her lawyers. She's got to like after she probably didn't have a lot of that 1.6 million pound left if you really think about it.
No, she would have paid lawyers off and that, so it would have left her with about a million.
She did buy a house.
She bought a house.
She did buy a house, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Someone said she didn't get the money in bulk either.
I would have thought if she won the case, then social services would have been liable to pay her legal fees.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She would have they would have taken maybe a percentage of the compensation when she got it, but social services would have had to pay.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone said, Lou said she didn't get that. She didn't. What? Oh, that's just.
Someone said she rents it out.
There's not one little bit of evidence to say she has. It's just her say so. But Lou, we've already ran a poll, and everybody says that basically she did get the money from the TV show or something.
Judge
Yeah,
Rinder.
she was talking about it on Judge Rinder, but come on, she couldn't have gone on Judge Rinder talking about it if it was false. Surely they would have made her back that up, because had that have aired, Judge Rinder would have been liable, because social services would have said, well, hold on, do you know what I mean? This is false information.
But they're saying that she wouldn't even have had to have paid for the lawyers either.
You can just go on Google, I'm sure it will show you.
And do you know what else as well? If you have a look at Elsa or Drone Girl, if you have a look at her posts, It's
Oh,
Amy
Virgo, I
saying,
like her. She talks sense.
yeah, but she's saying, big her up, she's making money, so even Elsa knows what she's like kind of doing as well.
Yeah, because it don't make sense, man. Please. Oh, your son-in-law. Oh, please.
Hi.
Hello, goddess. What's up?
I
What's
just popped up to say, like, if she'd been travelling all that time with the little one, she would have spent money just in travelling.
Yeah, but you lot got to understand, she's in Thailand. Thailand isn't exactly...
I don't think she's always been there, though, has she? I think she has, like...
No, she's been about.
Oh, she's not just been in Thailand.
She gets on a plane and she's constantly flying about. But if she's been, like, travelling for, like, 3 years, she would have spent a lot of that money, surely.
Yeah, facts. People are saying, though, that she rents out her house and that as well.
Oh, so she's got, like, backup money.
Yeah.
She's probably just put it all in property. She's clever. She would have put it all in property.
So, but guys, if you can go over to a live and say, look, come over to NJ Hosts live here, then I'd really appreciate that, because let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Ain't nobody going to take her head off. It's a safe space over here, you know what I mean? But it would be nice for her to put to bed a lot of the questions or a lot of the things that's happened on it.
See, when she invited Sydney to go and live with her, though.
That's another one, mate. She's another one that lost her kids.
Yeah, Sydney, when she was in Turkey, Sydney went over to her.
So hold on, guys, remember, one at a time, please. So are you saying that this Sydney who lost her child and whatever, they're friends? They're busy, like...
They were,
yeah.
on the run.
Wait, what Sydney? Are you talking about the one that's got the cross-eyes?
Yeah, that one, cockeye bockeye one.
Wait, that's her friend?
Yeah, she paid for her flight, Torian, brought her to Turkey, left her with her ute, was going out to meet man, and then was accusing Sydney of mistreating her kid, but she was letting Sydney sleep with her kid, and that it was mad.
Oh my God.
Everyone's
their faction, they've been through a lot. I'm not trying to make excuses and that. I just know that, because of the way how a lot of them move, you can just tell that when they was in the care system and that they've been through a lot of people.
They have been through a lot, yeah, and you can be empathetic, but at the same time, their kids deserve more.
Exactly. She had a hard life.
Did you see that last night with the dead child on the green screen?
Yeah, that's what she done. She posted someone's child that had passed away singing in front of the picture of this child.
No, you're chatting shit, man. Seriously.
There's a video of it on. I can't remember. I have to find the page. I've seen it.
Wait, she done what?
She captioned that picture saying.
Guys, one sec, one at a time. Callie, carry on. 1 minute, T.
She captioned the picture saying "burn it" about this child that had passed away.
Wait, sorry, say that again.
So the picture that she posted of this child,
right?
She captioned it saying "burn it."
Saying what?
Burn it about the child.
What the fuck? And how old was this child?
There was a baby. I'm not sure how old. It's on TikTok. There's a video of it on TikTok.
Callie, what did all this start from though? Like, why did she do that?
I think it's to do with that Telegram stuff. I think it might have been someone that was in the Telegram, so she's doxed them and found pictures of them, everything about their life, really.
God. And so that person's child has passed away, and out of
And the
everything
picture
she
is
found,
of the child passed away as well.
Huh?
The
In a
picture
coffin?
is, yeah.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, I need to find it. Let me drop. I'll try to send
And
it.
this was on. Hold on, this was on TikTok, and the live never got shut down.
It started on Telegram. The one that's on TikTok, the baby's face is covered, but you can see her, and yeah.
That's mad.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, pictures on Telegram though.
That's mad. That's disgusting.
But that's the kind of woman that she is. There's
Trigger
so many
warning,
things
trigger
like
warning,
this.
trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, guys.
But that's what I think. Like sometimes, I think we just need to realize that not everyone has mental health. Some people are just pure and utter evil, and they just have a evil streak. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone deserves our sympathy. Not everyone deserves to even get, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not always mental health. Some people are just tapped. Like when you look at all these, sorry, excuse me. When you look at all these people that are in jail for unaliving children, and do you think that's mental health? They're just sick, like evil people.
It's like that recent. It's like that recent story of that lady with the 3-year-old under the bed in Cheshire. Did you hear that story?
Yeah. And did you hear about the woman that had her child, yeah, in the flipping drawer, yeah? Her 3-year-old
That's what I
child.
meant, in the drawer, yeah.
For 3 years in the drawer, that when they found the child was malnourished. Lucky that child is even lucky to be alive. That child's never seen a day of daylight in its life, in its whole 3 years.
And if fella was staying in the same room with the kids and he didn't even get onto it.
He didn't hear it.
He didn't even know the baby existed.
He didn't know.
So there is sickos.
Like everyone, a lot of people, like obviously, people can have kids. Yeah, people can have kids, but I'm sorry, not everyone can be a mum. I'm sorry.
You're right there, T.
I'm sorry. Not everyone can. Not everyone's got maternal instincts. Not everyone's got maternal love. Not everyone can bring up a child. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna say it.
I don't think having a bad childhood is an excuse to be a bad mum.
No,
it's not.
Like people seem to think if someone's had a bad childhood, they should be able to get away with having children in care. And I think it's the complete opposite. People with trauma should be doing better for their children and trying to break the cycle.
Exactly. Yeah,
you know how you have these paedophile hunters that knock on doors and all that?
Yeah.
We should have a bad mum. We should bad mums hunters.
Wait, mind your words in case you get bananas. So just say.
Oh yeah, sorry.
File. Yeah, just I don't want you to get banned. No, it's fine. I just don't want you to get a ban from TikTok.
Sorry, we should do it for bad mums too.
But if you think about it, yeah, on this app, the reason these people are accepted, they're not accepted in real life. Like, I don't have any friends that don't have their kids. You can never be my friend if you don't have your kids.
Yeah.
But the reason they're accepted is because you lot accept them. You lot will condone their behaviours. You lot will literally, I'm not talking about the people in the boxes, I'm talking about in general on this app. You lot will condone their behaviours. You lot will push their accounts out. You lot are the reason why they're so relevant in the first place.
Facts. Do you know what as well though? Don't get me wrong, like social workers, they don't always get it right. You know what I'm saying? They do not always get it right. Whether that's taking kids that don't need to be taken, whether that's not putting the right safety procedures for kids that have had their life taken, they get it wrong. At the end of the day, they're not computers. They are very much human, yeah? They get it wrong, bro. They're not always right. They're not always for our children. They're not always for us. Yeah, and I just feel like some people, when it comes to, how can I explain it? Like, there's people that have had their kids taken away due to domestic violence, vice versa, whatever it is, but them people have stood and fought for their kids to come back home. They're the people I rate. Like, I will never judge anyone for getting their kids taken away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that person. I'm not gonna be like, oh, but I will very much have an opinion. But I'm also going to big up the parents that, you know what, do get their kids taken away and they do everything to make sure their kids get taken back. Like, sometimes there is, like, happy ending stories, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like some parents...
It's like Vic Rose has got her kids back now, hasn't she?
Who, sorry?
Vic Rose, she's got her kids back now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't rate her anyway, sorry. But yeah, her.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just using her as an example.
Okay, no, I didn't know she had her kids. I don't even know she had her kids taken away. I'll be real.
She did still, yeah. But obviously, it's for the youths, innit? I mean, obviously, she's got another chance. She needs to pattern up, innit? I mean, but boy, yeah,
how old do you think Alice's older kids are?
I don't know.
I'm going to drop and send you the TikTok now. Oh, okay.
I don't think it's as bad, yeah. Like, I don't think it's as bad if a mother gets their kids taken and they go to the father. Do you know what I'm saying? If they're with their dad, they're still with their parent. Like, they're still with, like, just because they're not with their mum. They got given to their father, so it's like they're still with their parents. So I think that's a bit, like, I think that's a completely different circumstance. Than
like they're within the family kind of thing.
Yeah. And if they're just taken and they're shoved into the system with strangers that they don't know, that's completely different than a mother saying, all right, cool, I'm unable to be a mum, I'm unable to do this, and the kid's going to their dad. Do you know what I'm saying? That's completely different.
Carrie, rise back up with you on it, you know.
Yeah.
She sent it you to.
Oh, sorry. What account did you send it to me on? Oh, on here? Okay. Oh, can you send it to my Torian 15 account, Callie, please?
No, as well as a past, yeah, and the stalker thing, how obsessive people have become, like, that you see some and it actually, like, it's like looking at mental illness with how obsessed they are with her, dealing with that relentlessly. I couldn't imagine. Like, that doesn't excuse, like...
What is their motive behind it for them? Obviously, I know that now she's bit back and she's posted that, but I don't know, she done a
I
live.
think it's like to give like they do it under like exposure or whatever. They like to do it as exposure, but it's some of them I just look and I'm like, this is, if that was me, like I don't know how I'd deal with all of that. Like it is so obsessive. It's gone mad.
Thanks for the follow. Nah,
Like Enzo, she's not joking. Like with this lady here, the reason I'm not sticking up for her, but I have a little bit more to say about this lady's situation, yeah, is because I actually seen how these people move with this woman, but they don't move like that with the rest of the mums that have lost their kid on this app. But this woman, literally, they have full-blown group chats and they have investigations into this woman's life. But they don't do that with the other ones that lose their kids on this app.
That's true, though. It's usually just on Tattle Life, isn't it?
What I want to know is, though, why are they so invested? Because, okay, you're saying...
Yeah, I just see the videos. Wow, I'm not even going to green screen it. But, yeah, she's got the child. The child's obviously in the coffin. And I think the mum, I'm guessing it's a relative, is kissing the deceased child. And
she's got that as a like on her green screen.
On her green screen. Yeah, but I can't hear what she's making out. I think the person who's posted it has probably taken off the sound, probably because of the respect or whatever. But they wrote on the post, "This is absolutely disgusting. A so-called mother has posted this picture of someone's child who has passed away in her coffin. How can anyone condone this? Is beyond me." Like you can blatantly see that there's a deceased child and the parent is very much upset and is hugging the child in the coffin. Oh, that's bad. I can't.
What account is it to let the people know? Because I'm definitely not playing that on here.
You know what? They sent me a link. That's why I can't actually see whose account. Oh, Dolly 9156. Can someone type that in the comments? Dolly DOLLY 9156. Dolly 9156.
Any of you people that are into dark humor or whatever and you want to watch that, then you go to that account. But I don't really like those kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
And Jay, will you be doing this every night now?
I mean, at the moment, yeah, I'm just working loads, but over the weekend, yeah, I'm going to be doing loads. We've got some catching up to do. I do it every week though, but the consistency has gone down a little bit. But over the Christmas
you're very good at moderating and doing it.
Thank you, Vicky. I know people love the debate stuff. That's why
right guys, I'm going to jump down. Kaz and T, you've been amazing. Love listening to you, and hopefully I'll come across you again.
Catch you later.
All right, have a good night, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, guys, make sure you are following me and everybody on the panel, because everybody on the panel does something around content creating, even though Zara hasn't started yet. She will be starting soon. Sean does a lot of stuff. She's going to be doing a lot of stuff with parents. T and Kaza, they're the queens of the app. They bring a lot of entertainment. The other T, what do you do, T? I don't even know what you do.
Absolutely nothing. Just come on when I'm bored and chat a load of
Ishna, you had some good points still. Big up yourself.
I don't agree with the whole she does take it to the extreme, obviously, like what she's posted with the whole coffin thing, yeah. But playing devil's advocate, yeah, if what she's saying is correct, and for the last 3 years, she's said that they've cancelled her passport, they are literally causing an inconvenience on this woman. She's clearly had no support system. She is the sole provider and whatever for her son, whatever. If they've constantly went at this woman, she is then biting back. It's obvious. I'm not excusing it in any way, shape or form. It is actually beyond, it's beyond me. But if that is her way of reacting to them, if people react in different ways, I don't know. But I can...
It's people on that you get dark, I get darker in it, but why is that? I don't think I could do that still.
I couldn't do it, but I can see, if this has been ongoing for 3 years of relentless, obsessive stalking, bullying, cancelling your passport, contacting or finding your son's whereabouts, whatever,
I'm not gonna lie, when
with cancelling passports, all you need is actually the person's name, date of birth. I don't even think you need address, and you can do it online. So with the cancelling passport thing, because that's actually happened to me before, like someone's actually cancelled my passport. So I get it, and then when I called them up, they said that they can't reverse it. I'll just have to get a new passport. So it can happen. People can do that. So if people are targeting her and doing all of that stuff, I do get it, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell people how to react or whatever, because you know what I mean. But that's an all-time madness, like to.
What I'm confused about though, and what I'd like to hear more of, is people are saying like his son's essentially at risk.
You don't need their passport number in me. You actually don't.
People are saying that they're like.
1 minute, two. One sec, two.
What I want to know is, why is he at risk? Because so far we've had 2 examples. One that is Tifa Black, but as I said, there's plenty of kids in the UK who's Tifa Black. And 2, that she washed him in a so-called toilet, or whether it was or wasn't. But other than that, I think, okay, yeah, you know, again, not taking away the coffin thing and whatever, but I think she's been travelling the world with her 3-year-old son since he's been born. He's probably seen more culture and learned more about different ethnicities and etc. over them 3 years. So where's the neglect? That, like, 'cause obviously people are saying in the comments she neglects him and he needs to be taken away by social services, but I want to know, like, what is the neglect essentially, or is it just that because she calls herself mum on the run and you lot knew that social services were after her initially, that, you know, she should be dragged back in chains and the kid put in care? Like, I don't get it.
But Zara, like, do you see in the comment section, someone's like, oh yeah, she sold him. Like, that kind of shit, mate. Like, when you're pushing that shit out, like you're saying these things, like, where are you getting these things from? Like, that is a fucking crazy accusation to make, that someone's...
Yeah, but it's the internet, though.
That's how quick it goes around. That's what happens.
It's the internet as well. It's www. People chat shit on it. They take anything and run off.
Like, that is mental. Like, imagine coming on the internet and someone... Imagine if I came on the internet and someone tried to say that I had done that to my kid, but I'm going to do the worst to you. Like, there is no way that you're going to say that I would do something like that to my child.
I ain't gonna lie. This girl is one by one gone for everyone that's coming for her. She's hitting up their family members. She's exposing information about them. She's clapping back.
I would do exactly the same thing. I'd probably do worse. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would definitely be showing up to people's houses and doing a lot worse if people were saying them kind of things about me and my child on the internet, because that is a crazy accusation.
Yeah, but then when you're on the internet telling people that you've left your son in an orphanage and you're back in London and whatever, I'm sorry, people are going to talk about it. People are going to call you the scum of the earth. People are going to tell you about yourself because they're going to think, what kind of a fucking mother are you to do that? People are going to have their opinion, and you know what? You can't be mad for what you put out on the internet for everybody to hear, to see what you're saying. They're going to have an opinion. And that's just what it is. I'm sorry. Like, it's very true. Tazza, we know more than anyone, bro. Like,
I just feel it's all clickbait, man. It's just,
like, even if it is clickbait.
The angrier people get, the harder she comes. Like,
because people are saying she leaves him on his own, but how do you guys know that? Like, you're just throwing out these wild accusations. Like, someone said before, all he eats is pancakes and yogurt. She doesn't feed him any proper food. And I'm like, okay, well, how do you know he's not a SEN child? And some kids are adverse to eating different foods. We just like what we like.
But then, Zara, if he's a SEN child, what the hell are you doing him leaving alone at night and going out partying?
Yeah, but does she actually do that?
She said it. Really she was the one that said it. She said she left her child. What she said was, is that she normally leaves her child all the time when he's asleep. She knows that when he's asleep, she's done it plenty of times. But this night, she decided to wake up. He decided to wake up, or the baby, she or he, I don't know.
Did you listen to the end of the video when she started to take it more extreme and talk more shit, that things that are definitely not true, but she started to say a lot more so that you lot knew that she was just chatting shit?
Do you know, babysitters are in Thailand, like, they're so cheap, and the only reason I know this is because my friend's man is out there right now working.
Yeah, it is cheap.
I said to her, like, come out, we can get a babysitter for the baby, it's only cheap. So I feel like it's just for clickbait, then she's doing it for a reaction.
Yeah, but Zara, okay, cool, let's say it is for clickbait. Sorry, I know I'm chatting too much. Let's say it is for clickbait, and she is trolling and whatever it is, that you're doing.
You are then opening up for trolls and people to get at you when you are, whether it's true or not true, people are going to have an opinion. And that's just what it is. Regardless, people are going to have an opinion.
But what do you do, T, if people have been... Listen, you see with her, yeah, people have been doing that anyway for years, yeah? She's had the same shit going on for like 3 years. Like, this is not just the beginning. So people have been doing this to her for years. You would get to a point where you just be like, fuck it, I'm going to feed into your bullshit. But instead of me just sitting there trying to deny it, I'm going to feed into your bullshit and I'm going to make money from it at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can think that you are probably making money and getting the views and getting the clout, but at the same time, you're still gonna get the hate with it. You're still gonna get the people that are gonna
She just wants the money and the clout.
But that's what, so cool. So if she, so now this is what I'm saying. So if she don't care, if she actually don't care, then she wouldn't care what people say or what people are saying to her.
No,
if she really
it's
don't
one
care.
page. Someone's done a, what's it called? Mom underscroll on underscroll the underscroll run. And it's 5 girls in particular. And they're the ones that have got a passport stop. She knows them in a real life. She's like, one of them's got 10 baby daddies and sits with pets all day. So we'll be exposing her. Like, she's ready for the clap back on some G shit. Like, she's not like affected. She's just ready.
But I just think if you get hated on enough all the time, like if you get hated on so much and people are saying these things about you constantly all the time, like it's not just like 1 or 2 and then it goes away for a bit. Like they say these things about her constantly all the time. Like,
I'll be real though, like if they are saying it about her and her child is, and she said, I don't give a fuck what they're saying about her, they should be doing more to her, I'm sorry. Like, and like, nah, fuck that. It's not about her. Why are we caring about her feelings? Why do we give a shit about her? Does she give a shit about that 2 or 3-year-old that she's left in an orphanage, if it is true? Does she give a fuck about what's happening to that child? Who's with that child? That child waking up at night time asking for his mummy. Does she care? No.
Don't get me
She's
wrong,
on TikTok living her life, exploiting
I'm not
people.
sitting here defending
Fuck
her, right?
that.
Because at the beginning, when I first started watching her, I thought, who is this sick bitch? Because I'm a mum. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, what? But the more I'm starting watching her in that, and as the months and months have gone by, like she's mate, it's not. She's an actress. It's all.
I don't believe that kid's in an orphanage because
I don't.
You're not gonna flee the country and go on the run with a child that you're adamant you want to keep and raise, and then leave him in an orphanage. I'm not leaving. If I've done all, like I wouldn't do that anyway. But if you've done all of what she's done, you're not abandoning your kid and leaving him in an orphanage. You're going to do everything you can to get him back, whether that means you have to kidnap him back or whatever. Do you get me? You're going to go all out to get him back.
and they've been trying for so long to get this kid taken away from her. These people that, I generally think that people are actually stalking her because the way they know everything about her is crazy. Like, they've been trying to get her kid taken away from her for so long now, yeah? That I just think she's thought, fuck it. I'm going to say the kid has been taken from me now, and let's see how the whole internet reacts. And look how we're all reacting. Look how everybody's reacting now. Do you know what I mean?
It's true still. There is probably a method to her madness, man, but she needs to stop using the youth to trigger people, man, because that's what it seems like she's doing. All these little acts involving her child, like the whole going. So when she's live and she's leaving her son or her daughter, I don't even know, is it a son or son in the orphanage? Like, what are the people saying in the comments? Because if that was me personally, I'd be going crazy and I'd think, you know what, I'm not supporting this person.
Everyone in the comment section knows she's chatting shit. If you go and have a look at the comment section, they're all like, I can't believe people believe in this. Oh my God. Like, they're just, like, a lot of people.
Has anyone seen the video of her kid screaming in the background at the orphanage where it's black screen?
But then you hear people laughing as well, don't
yeah,
you?
but this is what I'm saying, Zara. That's old footage from a fucking... Sorry, excuse my French. I love TikTok shop, all that. But yeah, that's old footage from when he was at nursery. That actual screaming is from nursery. It's been edited. Like, it's madness. TikTok's mad. It's a crazy place.
The worst thing is as well, see that video that you played earlier, NJ, when she was saying, obviously, she went to Liverpool to get a passport and was in a hotel. And she said in that video... the people obviously on the live thought I'd gone to obviously get like a termination, so I let them think that. So I'm thinking, has she said he's in an orphanage to try and, I don't know whether, is it getting all too much, the pressure of obviously all this trolling, passports getting cancelled, so is she thinking, the people think I haven't got him, you'll sort of leave me, but I don't know, it's just a madness really.
You know what I need to just say as well, and because I need to say this every time we do these kind of live, when these videos come up, people with these accounts, they chop and screw these videos to get the reaction and trigger you all. So like you're saying, that was 2 videos put together for a reaction. So even when you are seeing things on the For You page, people say, when I seen it on the For You page, it must be true. Whatever it is put on there to fit whatever narrative it was meant to fit at the time and to trigger people majority of the time. So just keep that in mind.
Someone
Yeah, and a lot of the time
was
there's
there in
something
her
behind
live yesterday, spoke, and she ended the live. So she must have done a live yesterday, and her kid was in the background, and she ended it.
But
It's going to mess up her character, knowing that the kid's there.
What was you going to say, Kaza?
But a lot of the time as well, like you see with video, it's happened to me so many times, especially when you have a lot of views and stuff and people watch you, like people will do it a lot. Like people chop things and cut things and try and make something look like it's not. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember one time when I had my dog was playing with my daughter, and you know when dogs do that nibbling thing, but they don't bite, but they do that nibbling thing.
Yeah.
My dog was obviously a lot bigger than my daughter, and like it was like 3 times the size of my daughter. And Tahara was like, "Ow, the dog bit me." The dog didn't bite her. The dog just like nibbled on her arm because it was playing with her. But someone tried to push that out and act like my dog had bit my daughter. But if my dog had bit my daughter, like you would know about it. Do you know what I'm saying? The dog was huge. Like people, and they tried to push that out. They still try and push that out now. This was like 3 years ago. They still try and push that out now and act like my daughter was attacked by a dog. Like people just cut and chop and try and make things sound like what they're not.
And this is what, you know what, Kaza, I'm so glad that I didn't go with those trolls, because if they wanted to say something, they should have said it over here. But, you know, when it comes to these, them kind of exposure pages, all they want is exposure onto their page. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to join and I don't even know what's going on. Like, this is probably the first debate that I've done where I've been really quiet, because I'm just trying to understand and taking the comments and the context around it. I'm still none the wiser. One of the things that I want to know is what was her motive behind that picture thing? Is that because they've done? What did they do for her to do that to them? That's what I'd like to know.
A lot of them are still in the comments. A lot of those ones that come over. So I'm like,
which one? Do you know any names? Because we'll just start calling them out and saying, come up on the stage. Big up yourself.
I'm just trying to scroll up and look, because I see ones and I'm thinking, you were definitely here at the start saying, come over, come over. Where's she gone?
Like, we'd actually like to hear from you lot, to be honest. Like, you've got a lot to say in these Telegram groups and in comment section. Why don't you come up and actually explain to us and tell us why it is a certain type of way? Do you know what I mean?
No, I know there's no excuses for the pictures, Kelly. I know, but what I'm saying is that did they take it there with her kid, and then this is what her reaction?
They did. They definitely did. 100%.
Someone update me. I don't know what's going on, what's happened. I mean, we just do, obviously, for those who are new here, we're doing a surviving series where each week we talk about content creators, whether they're popular or they've had an impact or they've done something controversial. Obviously, today is Mom on the Run's episode, because everybody has been messaging me asking if we can do a live on it. I've been busy, so I ain't been able to do my research. So the boxes are open for people who are invested in this woman's journey to come up and share their findings. So make sure you are following the platform, because we do this each week. And give me some suggestions as well. I'm always open to suggestions. That's the reason why we're here now. What picture? So basically, this woman had basically yesterday done a live and used somebody's picture of their child who, trigger warning, has passed away, and she had it as a back screen, and she was just giving bare verbal online. But what I'm asking is that what prompted her to do that? Because someone doesn't just wake up one day and think, right, I'm going to do a live and use somebody. I'm not condoning her actions, but I'd like to know both sides, because this is the thing, when we only know the one side, what she's done, nobody knows what prompted her to do it. To somebody from that clan, or even the woman whose child it was who was affected by it, could come up. I'd like to hear it from the horse's mouth. Thank you very much.
I'm not going to say too much on that subject because I don't know the full background, but what What I've got into is one of them people, she posted that picture because one of them people had posted an indecent image of her child.
This is what I'm saying. So it's like the uproar is what she's done, but then, do you know what I mean? Like, but what about that? What was somebody posting her child? Like, what you saying? Like, her child was like. Yeah.
I'm not too sure, to be honest, mate. I ain't seen it myself, but when she was talking about it, she definitely said that someone had posted indecent images of her child, and they better be ready for the comeback.
She's coming for all those who.
She's coming for all of them. That's what she said.
It's definitely evil using that pic, but it's just a hard situation, guys. I don't know if you've ever been trolled or if you've ever had people continuously doing lives and dragging your name through the mud. I'm telling you, there's a time where you could just switch and think, you know what, all right, cool, all bets are off now. You want to post an indecent picture of my child, I'm going to hit you where it hurts. And then it never ends. Both sides are just as disgusting as each other. That's what I'm trying to get at. But the way I'm looking at it is that those people who are going to post that would have more leverage or more momentum over her because she took it to the next extreme.
Sorry, do you know where TikTok _till T_spill is very like adamant in some of the things that they're saying. So they're saying there's never been an indecent image of her child ever. So you clearly know quite a lot. So why don't you rise and like speak? Because you're saying she tells lies constantly, where some of these people like are obviously very invested and clearly know.
Yeah, it was her that said it on live, but you don't know the truth, do you? So,
but some of these people know like quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they're clearly like in some sense they are stalking her. So I feel like, why don't you rise then and tell us what they know that we don't? Because obviously
somebody said that this has been going on since 2021. Only to yesterday or today or yesterday.
If anyone's heard that fake page with them 5 women in, they are very, I don't know who it is, but they are very invested. They stick with the gingerbread man on, they won't expose their face or nothing, but they reckon they've got hard facts on her.
NJ,
know her personally, so
there was a lady in the live the other day, in a live that I was watching the other day, and she knows this woman from when they were younger, and they got, are you allowed to say that, the G word? GROOMED, by the same group of people, right? Mm-hmm. And she's obviously fuming at this girl here, and she started exposing things about what happened to this girl, like this woman, this mum on the run, when she was younger, and all like the things that happened to her when she was GROOMED. Like, how is that? Like, if someone was doing that to me and coming exposing all of my traumas from when I was younger, and that, I'd be fucking livid, bruv. She was a child at the time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I was listening to that then. MJ, oh, you know what? MW6197. Can you tell this person to come over here, please? Because I'd like to hear from her.
The picture that she's saying is the indecent image, is the picture that they was talking about earlier about her child being washed in the toilet. That's what she's saying is the indecent image. Which was actually posted by her ex.
I don't do Telegram. I don't do what's your one Discord. I don't do any of those kind of stuff.
That picture was posted by one of her exes. I think he was from America. He was the one that posted that. So the woman whose child she posted hadn't posted that picture.
She's only saying it's indecent because Jordan posted it. But what? I get that that's out there. And I understand this. Oh, if you put it on the internet. Well, come on, guys, man. It's somebody else's child. You shouldn't be posting somebody else's child, regardless if you want to run a segment on it or whatever. Like, even if you wanted to talk on it, just talk on it. But to post it as well, I just think that's wrong.
I just think kids should be off
limits. You don't like the person, like, why are you posting their child? Well, that's taking it too far. And the thing is as well, is that all you trolls that do this stuff, you never show your face as well. That's why I don't respect you lot. You face the ones that do the most. Come and show your face and be big and bad and have a backbone. Because as much as this woman's a wrong gun, at least you know who she is. She don't know who you lot are. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying about all these people that get into these groups and troll and get a kick out of it. You all need to fix up because you actually don't even realise how much damage you're causing. And is it actually worth it? Is your life actually that boring that you all need to congregate together behind the gingerbread and just be going for one person?
One of these groups are using her name.
Let me finish. If you was actually really bothered about the situation, then you would obviously be talking to the right services or just trying to raise awareness of that. You don't have to take it to the next level and start posting kids that like that child is innocent. Do you know what I mean? Same way your child is innocent and she shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't do it as well. So take some accountability. Go on, who wanted to speak? Sorry,
No, I was just going to say
about that because, yeah. Carry on, Sony.
her name, and they're being gifted nightly.
Who's being gifted nightly?
One of the fake accounts that are trolling her, they're using her name and they're being gifted like nightly, literally.
That's probably another thing, innit? Like, they probably got, I don't know, man. I don't know, because I'm not a troll. Even when I go into other comments and I might have a back and forth with somebody, you know the name on the tin, you know who he is, do you know what I mean? But I just do, honestly, because I've encountered trolls, the ones that are behind those fake accounts, they feel like they have some sort of power, like it gets to their head, and there's no telling how far they will go to destroy somebody, you get me? And because I've been through that, no doubt Kazo has been through that, other content creators has been through that, it kind of gives you more of a what's the word that I'm looking for? An overlook of how somebody could be feeling in that situation. Until you've had that actually happen to you, you don't know what your reaction would be. You get me?
Just said in the comments then you think there's some services, but I feel like that happens a lot on this app. Everyone thinks that, you know what I mean, they're a social worker, where I feel like you do don't want to think, come on, allow it, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a joke, to be honest.
I agree. Cheryl, hello?
Hi.
Hello, you okay?
Yeah.
Is this an angry live? Of course not, me. Cheryl, what's your opinion then?
I feel sorry for her.
Say again, love? Hello? I don't think she's here.
Kaza, was it you that was saying before, obviously, and you touched on a good point, I think. Bear in mind, that child was not even born in this country. He's never stepped foot in the UK. So I don't even know what jurisdiction or whatever it would be that social services would have over him in a different country, because he's not a British citizen. He wasn't born here.
Yeah, they keep saying, oh, that boy needs to be banned to the UK, that boy needs to be banned to the UK. Like, his mum is actually looking after him, feeding him, do you know what I'm saying, clothing him, doing all these things. Do you know how many kids are in these countries that she's in? Do you know how many children just roam the streets without mums and dads and just live on the streets, just live outside by themselves? Why are you not worried about all the rest of these children, but you're just worried about one kid in particular that's not even a UK citizen? Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense.
Someone's just said, oh my God, he's a British citizen because his mum is. That's not how it works.
That's not true. That's not how it works
at all.
You don't need to be born in the UK to be a British
Where you still have citizenship, it would be secondary citizenship, bear in mind, because if he's got a birth certificate from, I swear she gave birth in Turkey, he was born in Turkey, it would be secondary citizenship, and yes, he would get it because his mum's British and so is his dad, but he's not automatically a British citizen because he hasn't, do you know what I mean, he wasn't born here.
Out of balance.
I want to see her. Cindy went up to see her at some point, Kaz, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Guys, sorry, I just want to let everybody know, yeah, we've got 35 minutes until this debate finishes. I know that obviously, like, it might be a part two, because I'm guessing this woman might get involved. Is this a Mum on the Run exposure?
No, that's just another one of them.
Is that one of the trolls?
Yeah.
All right, well, Mum on the Run Exposure, can you join now, please?
That's the main account they were trying to make you jump on before, I think.
Okay, cool. All right, I can see you're trying to get to 10k. Well, we've got 606 people in here, so can you join and clear up a few things, because this is all long to me, really, and I need to go to sleep in 35 minutes.
Man said Oreo.
Hurry up, man! That's this long thing still. Thank you. Finally.
Oh, here we go.
Hello, Mum on the Run Exposure.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. Now, you're all spreading false info, and it's not that she's got trolls, she's gained a lot of haters on this app because of what she's been doing for years. She's only been rage baiting for the past few weeks, but she's been scamming people for years. And that little boy's teeth are rotten into his bloody jaw. We've seen him in so many dangerous situations. He's nearly drowned. He's nearly got run over by a motorbike. He nearly fell down a set of escalators.
Okay, can I ask you a question, Mum on the Run? Guys, if you want to speak to Mum on the Run, yeah, it has to be one at a time, because there's a lot of feedback when everybody is unmuted. Okay? Right. Mum on the Run.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying it's either you or somebody in your immediate circle that she done a live on yesterday?
That person's not even in our group.
Oh wow! So there's multiple groups that are on her tail.
That person's not even in. There's lots of groups on the tail. We've got a big group now. There's 600 and something people in there.
Okay, so what
lots
is the
of evidence in that group as well against her.
Okay, so I don't do Telegram or anything like that. So what is the purpose behind this exposure in this group? What's your end goal? What is it that you were trying to achieve?
The child to get to safety, because he's been so abused, he's been exploited, he's neglected. You can see that he's neglected. I don't know how other people can't see it, other parents can't see it. Just because she does these 2-minute videos that show that he's had a day out and he's had an ice cream doesn't make her a good mom. It's what you're not seeing behind that camera.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Obviously, someone in the comment section is basically asking us to ask you why you in particular hate her, because they said something about you. Obviously, she was obviously with your ex or something. Is that true? Was she with your ex, or is that just?
She doesn't even know who I am.
Oh.
She doesn't know who I am.
But also, I wanted to ask you one more question. You're very invested in this lady's life, right?
We are.
Her life.
We
But
are.
you're not.
There's quite a lot of us that are, yeah.
You're invested in this lady's life and everything that she does with her child. But why are you not trying to safeguard other children also? Why are you not worried about a range of children that need safeguarding? Why is it just in particular this lady's child?
We've pulled on other people that need saving, but they have got social services involved and they are working. Social services are working with them families, where she is over there exploiting that child and nobody is protecting him. Nobody.
Okay, so can I ask how she's exploiting?
Personally, how do you know that?
You can see it all over the app. She's exploiting him every other month. He's got something that he needs, like his teeth. She were born last year, his teeth were rotted last year, and everyone kept pointing out his teeth, pointing out her teeth. Now she's come up with this story, I need this money to put veneers. You cannot put veneers on a 2-year-old child, nearly 3. You can't put veneers on. So people...
Personally, to know what she does behind the clip, behind TikTok.
Yeah, but it's when you watch the lives, you see the true her. You see her swearing at him, you see her snapping at him, you see her more interested in a phone than she's interested in the child.
So why is it only you? Why is it just you? I don't get this.
It's not only me, there's lots of people.
How do you know when she closes that TikTok what she does though? That's what I need to know.
Because she of all the stalking she's doing on other people. She's done... This lady, whoever she's put up last night, she's put up her deceased child and everything. She's done this multiple times before. That's
You're not
the
getting
first
what I'm
time.
trying to say. Like people come on TikTok, yeah. What they put up is what you decide. It's not. Sometimes it's not their life. It's not. We're not in their
She
life.
puts a lot of her life on there, and she's on there majority of the time, and then you're watching it, and it's when you see things like you see bruises on Cairo, or you see the teeth rotted into his head, you see his
can I just say something? Like, you have a lot of mums.
X, one sec. We need to keep the flow going. So I feel like she's getting cut up a lot. Can she land a point and then you land yours? We got Missy in the building. Carry on. What's your name, man? You can't be using this woman's name, man.
Yeah, the reason why we do what she did to that lady yesterday, she does that. That's her. She's well known for doing that. So she gets your proper name, she's going to stalk you. Everything she says her stalkers do to her, that's what she does. She will find the family, she will go through the children, she will do anything she can. She's had people sacked from the jobs and everything. That is why we hide behind fake profiles.
Say it with chest, man, don't hide.
Yeah, it's not about hating with chest, it's not about hating her. It's about saving Cairo.
Can I just say
that child? She's had 2 children taken off her through neglect. She neglected, exploited them children, did sex work in front of them children. And she's doing. It's not like she's learnt. She's not learnt from it. Because
but how do you know she was doing that work in front of children?
Sorry, Stoney. 1 second.
There's proof in the telegram.
My point. If you're not friends,
X, you want to go now?
Can I?
There's a lot of mums on here that do TikTok and do like there's creators, there's mums in it. Don't mean they're bad mums. Don't mean they're not cooking. You might not see that. You might not see what they're doing with their kids. Like, don't mean that they're bad mums because they're on here. There's mums that do stuff.
It's not about being on here. It's about what she's showing and what the child is showing.
Yeah, but you said when she behind closed doors she's abusing the child. How do you know that?
I didn't say behind closed doors she's abusing the child at all. I said he's being neglected.
What she said about bruises, she says...
we've got pictures of bruises on him. He's being neglected. We've got a video of him nearly drowning, and then the poor child is saying sorry to his mum when she's just left him in a pool to nearly drown. There's lots of evidence on Telegram.
In a video of that kid blatantly swimming by himself with no armbands, no nothing.
Yeah, because he's been forced into the pool to do it, and she started doing that.
How can he drown if he can swim?
Have you not seen the video of him nearly drowning? It's all over the app.
Or has it been edited?
No, it's not been edited. It's an app of her life. It's a recording of her life.
Can I say something now? Obviously, you're saying he's being abused and you've seen bruises and his teeth are rotten. But I don't agree.
We're not saying he's being
rotten. Excuse me.
Sorry, you're saying he's being neglected then, but what you did say before is that we're not seeing it all. How are you seeing it though if we're not seeing it, number one? Number two, you keep going on about his teeth, and okay, I'm not saying that his teeth should be in that state, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. And then as for bruises, he's a 2-year-old little boy. I've got a 16-month-old little boy, and guess what? He falls around, he runs, he climbs, he falls, and he gets bruises. That's what kids do. So when you keep saying he's being neglected and you can see it and we see it all, well, what are you seeing that we're not? Because I don't understand where you lot are getting this information from that nobody else is privy to.
Can you stick a pin in that, please? Because I can see a lot of people in the comments saying yes, no, right. I would like to do a poll, yeah? If you believe that she was neglecting her son and that he nearly drowned, then I want to see a sad face. If you believe that he was fine and that he was just swimming, then I want to see a smiling face. Let's go.
See, in terms of the drowning thing, I'm not saying that obviously he never nearly drowned. And again, obviously it's common sense that young children need to be supervised in water, whether they can swim or not. However, how many children have drowned accidentally because their parents have took their eye off the ball? I wouldn't necessarily say that's neglect. I would say it's a foolish mistake on behalf of the parents where, you know, it's a learning curve in a sense of, and don't get me wrong, I'd never leave my kids unattended in water. My son's been going swimming since he was 3 months old, so my son knows now to flip himself on his back and float, but obviously people are saying his son can swim, so I'm assuming he's spent quite a lot of time in water.
Zara, He is a really, really I'm not going to lie to you. I can't even swim how that kid can swim. I've seen a video of the kid swimming. Yeah, he is a very, very, very good swimmer. And I think people forget, you know, back in the days, you know how they used to teach, you know how I was taught how to swim? My mum dashed me in the water and I had to get back to the top by myself.
They not more.
Like, how were you not taught to swim?
She's had 2 children taken off her before. That was, you don't just get your children taken off you for no reason.
Yeah, but people's had kids taken off them and had second chances. Everyone deserves second chances in life.
But she's very honest about why what I've seen, she's very honest about why she got her kids taken away from her. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like she's come on and tried to lie and say, I got my kids taken for no reason like the rest of them do. She's come on and she said, yeah, my 2 children have been taken. They've been given to their fathers. This was the reason I was doing drugs, etc., etc. She's taken accountability for her actions. She hasn't decided to try and say, oh, I didn't do nothing wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's where I don't really understand where all like these people, they make like they are so obsessed, like it's actually like crazy behavior. Like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Mum of the Run, I actually feel like you guys need to actually seek some sort of help, yeah, because like I'm not even being rude, like it's actually scary. It's actually scary how obsessed you guys are.
She's been on the app for ages. I remember when she tried to help that girl. What's her name? Cindy. Why did no one was worried then? Why now? It's like you lot got a vendetta or something against her.
Can I just say, if their main goal is the young boy goes into care, so if she lost her child, is that it then? Exposure page, is that it? You're gonna shut down the page? You're gonna leave this woman alone?
She needs to unmute herself.
Does she know how to do it?
I don't know.
Hello?
No one wants a child to go into care. It would go to his grandparent.
Well, what if the grandparent, you know what I mean, is elderly and can't look after the child? You don't know the dynamics.
The grandparent has the other child. She's lying about the child going to the father because he's not gone to the father. He's gone to the grandparent through social services.
Okay, but they might not have the space to accommodate. But what I'm saying is, okay, that her child who's in her care now goes into care. That's it now. Your exposure's done. Or you're going to still keep running live?
No, honestly, while that child's still in her care and she's exploiting that child, we will always expose her. If the child wasn't in her care and she wanted to carry on scamming people all over the app, then leave her to it. But it's the child that's being exploited to do it. There's video proof of her doing SCX work with the child in the room. That's abuse. I don't care what anyone says, that is abuse. That's what she got done for with the other kids.
That's nasty still.
So mum on the Run fake account. So if that was to happen, right, and she's obviously like going on from what NJ said, and that was to happen, you know, the child is just gone from her now, it's not being exploited, whatever you say, right? That's done. So you're telling me this group just shuts down, you will get on with your lives now. What the hell are you going to do with your life? Are you going to now find a next victim to try and get their kids taken away from them? Or what are you going to do? You're going to find someone else to do this to?
I have my own account.
No, but I'm asking you, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? Is that it? You're done? No more exposures, no more nothing? You're going to go back to your normal life?
If I ever see a child being abused and exploited, I will expose them as well.
No, we're not on about that though. We're on about this woman in question. Yeah. You still haven't even answered me, so it makes me believe
What's your question? Because that's what I'm saying. If I ever see children being exploited, that's what I'll do.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that you said that your goal is to safeguard that young child.
Yes.
Are you right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. What I'm saying is the child goes into care now. Are you going to leave the mom alone? Are you going to shut down this account? So that's your only goal.
Not because you're making it out like I want that child to go into care. No, I don't.
So what?
I want that child having a good upbringing. I want to stop seeing his teeth being neglected. Just look at the child. He's pale.
All right, listen, love. Let me just say something to you. Yeah, if this woman is so unstable, what you're explaining and what other people are explaining, I'm going to be honest with you. By you doing what you're doing, you're making her even more unstable. You're pushing her over the edge.
She's unstable. She's unstable.
I know. But what I'm saying is, so unstable people, when they're pushed and triggered and prodded, they do outlandish things. This is what I'm trying to say. If it is okay, you care about this woman's well-being, you care about the child. And I'm not even going in on you, but I feel like you just need to hear this, yeah? By doing what you're doing, you're causing her more stress, which then that stress will go onto her child.
No, what we are doing.
No,
for help for ages on this app. She's been
she's gone through what she's gone through in life, and then used like her all in the Telegram, 600 people deep. Then of course she's gonna come out swinging and going for throats and coming for you all.
Well, does that not tell you something? There's 600 people in there with concerns.
It tells me that it's 600 people that, you know what, you need to start focusing more on what's going on in your actual life. Because I'm sure a lot of you have probably going through all these people in your family that could do with the attention that you're putting on this woman.
And I would point it out. If I ever seen anybody neglecting children, I will point it out. Neglect is everybody's business. Everybody has got a right to stand up for a child.
Mum on the Run exposure page, whatever the name is. Just quickly, obviously, by all means, if that child is being neglected, then, you know, obviously every child deserves to be safeguarded. But do you not think that you'd be better not wasting, but putting your energies into children on British soil who you could actually get social services involved with? Because I'll tell you something now for free. I could send you a bag of pages of people exploiting their kids, making wish lists for people to send their kids stuff, etc., which is no different to what she's doing. So that kid's over the other side of the world.
It is different. It is different because she's using it, and there's a different frigging story every month of what she needs, or the Stokes have stopped her making money, or Cairo needs his teeth. Now he's in an orphanage. So, and then she's taking money off vulnerable people because they are all concerned for that child.
This app, to be honest, though, so I think you need to go round.
I think it's disgusting. I think gifting on this app is disgusting because everyone gets exploited.
But you're getting gifts off this
when
woman's
children
name.
are getting exploited, I'm getting what?
You get gifts off this woman's name. I've been in your life and seen. Yes, you do. I've seen people gifting you.
No, you haven't, because the gifts are turned off.
I feel like if you feel the way that you feel about this app and what people do on here, right? I feel like it's not really a place for you. To be honest, I don't feel like TikTok's a place for you at all. If you feel like certain things aren't acceptable and certain people shouldn't do certain things, like not even just about this lady in general, because I feel like the things that you're saying, like you're not helping us as a collective, think that what you're saying is correct. And I'm
not bothered. All people need to do is look at the evidence in the Telegram, and they'll
but you can't say you're not bothered if what you're doing is exposure, and you're trying to expose her and show the world.
I'll expose her to the people that listen, have seen. None of you have seen. You're all just clout chasing and jumping on the story because she's on the FYP. But we have seen her.
You're the one using her picture.
All right, love, let's just get this right here. Let's just get this right here. 1 minute, X. Let's just get this right here, love. We do this every bloody fucking week, yeah? People come and knock on my door when it comes to stuff like this, yeah? Because we keep it real around here. And you know what? The name is on the tin. You know who I am. I don't know who you are. You could be any old person. And the thing is, you've been doing how many lives on this woman? I'll do a one and done. But you will be on here day in, day out with all your 600 cronies going for one woman. How do you feel about bloody clout chasers, love? And we do it better around here. That's why you wanted me to join you live.
And the thing is, you're saying we're clout chasing, but these times, what do you think your 600 people Telegram group and your lives every night discussing this woman is going to achieve?
It's classed as bullying. It's not nice.
What do you think it's going to achieve then? Like, what go, if you're that bothered, if you're that concerned, jump on a flight because you know this much about this woman's life. Jump on a flight and go and get the yourself, because 600 people in your Telegram groups is not going to achieve anything.
100%. If you're really concerned for a child, see me, if I was really concerned for someone's kid, like I always say it to people, when they see me on live with my kid, I say to them, if you were concerned about something that you see that I do with my child, or you're concerned or whatever, do you know what you do? You call the social services. That's what you do. Or you call someone, you let them know that you feel like something's not right.
There is help you can get her from here over there.
Yeah, instead of making telegrams and sitting there bitching about somebody for hours on end and doing lives on hours on end, which is not going to get anything to go anywhere, actually do something about it and call someone and make a phone call. And do you know what I'm saying? All right, cool, I need to call this social services because I feel like this. And one time, and get everyone else to do the same thing. But except from that, you guys are crazy. You sit all day long in a group chat talking about one lady and trying to expose. Like, I'm sure you could probably tell me what she had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner today and yesterday. Do you get it? Like, I'm sure that you lot could tell me on the street like where she. Like, did you? Oh, NJ, did you not see what they said? Oh, she was spotted on the street with her son yesterday.
She went, guys. She.
I just dropped her still. She's not saying on my stage clout chasing.
NJ. She said that like they were saying in the telegram. Do you know they must follow her around in that, yeah? Because they were saying how she was spotted on the streets of they're English women and they live in England. She was spotted on the streets of Thailand with her son yesterday, doing this and doing that.
They pick on her.
How the fuck do you know that? How do you know that she was walking the streets of Thailand with her son unless you are literally stalking her?
That's weird. Sorry,
weird,
Out of Balance. Welcome up, Out of Balance. You've been waiting for a hot minute. To be fair, I thought you was just a troll account, but go on, land.
Right. I don't care about Ellis's personal life or whatever, but what I do know is Thai orphanages, I'm just here to speak facts. I don't care about like all the trolling and those accounts. Thai orphanages are privately owned. If a child was to be taken by the Thai government, they go into what's known as institutes. The fact that she thinks that orphanages are going to take her child when they are begging for charity, basically, they're all owned by charity, or if they're not owned by a charity, they're owned by like a rich foreign person who's there to help the children. It's the lies that are obviously just pure rage bait, and she's trolling people, and all these people don't realise that by stalking her and giving her the attention she needs is making it like worse, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not gonna stop anything from happening to Cairo. She's still gonna do what she's gonna do. That's who she is. But her lying and saying, oh, he's in an orphanage and he's this and that, that's disgusting, because there is actually children in Thailand that need to be protected. He's not in any way, shape or form eligible to be taken. There's children in Thailand that have no parents that are walking the streets. They're on the street, like fending for themselves. Do you think the Thai government care about a child who's potentially, or whatever it is, being chased by the UK social services? There's criminals in Thailand that from the UK that they can't even extradite. So the fact that people believe and are biting into the fact that she's had a child taken and he's in an orphanage is a joke to me. And also, she cancels her own passport because she's ran out of visa runs. You can only do 3 now in Thailand, and that's it. That's your limit. So she cancels her own passport, goes to the Thai embassy, gets a temporary one, so that she can do a run on that, and then she goes back for another one. She uses a picture of that blue temporary passport, and then she gets another. How is she even getting those British passports sent to her? If she's got it cancelled and she needs money to apply for another British passport, where's she getting it sent to? Do you think that they don't speak to HM, like the people that make passports? Do you think that they wouldn't cancel it and say, no, she needs to be extradited, and then it would be a criminal case? It's just a complete joke, and the people trolling her, that's disgusting, because realistically, what are they going to achieve? If she's being chased by social services and they can't get hold of her, what's the Telegram group going to do? It's not going to do a thing.
The Telegram Rangers. Obviously, it's like go Power Rangers.
Well, Sandra, that's what I was saying. What's your 600 deep group doing? Because more time, all of you can put £1 together, book someone a flight, get them out to Thailand, and go and retrieve the kid that you just.
You know, she's all over Thai TikTok. She actually is. That's probably where they know that she was walking about Thailand with a child, because on Thai TikTok she is an embarrassment, and they've like got wind of it. But
Thai TikTok, you know, don't piss me off.
No, honestly, like, I'm half Thai, so I obviously I go to Thailand, my TikTok's half Thai, half English, like, it switches between the two. And she is on there, and they do expose her on there, but I'm not interested in that, but I don't like the lies. There's children in Thailand that do need to be in an orphanage rather than an institute. The institutes are basically jails for children that have nowhere else to go. And that's when the government have took them. The tsunami, for instance, how many children in Thailand lost their parents? They're all in places like that. There's children being trafficked in Thailand that the government can't do anything about. And do you seriously think for 1 second that they're going to chase a woman because UK social services are after her? That's just jokes to me.
Out of balance. Sorry, 1 minute. Out of balance. So, what have you been doing then? Because everybody in the comments are saying you're one of them as well.
No, I literally joined a live tonight because people were saying, "Oh, I can't believe the baby's being taken. He's in an orphanage and this and that." So I jumped in the box to basically say it's impossible that the Thai government would go and chase her to put her baby in an orphanage.
Okay. Well, thank you for your input. We do have 2 more fresh people to the stage. Sophia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome. What's your opinion?
Mum on the Run has EUPD, so I'm guessing that's why they're saying she's unstable. EUPD is actually linked to childhood trauma, and Mum on the Run was obviously subjected to a lot of trauma when she was younger. I don't feel like that can be blamed on, like, your own trauma can be blamed on your mental health. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that was put to her as a child, then they can't use that as her being unstable.
That's true. So how long have you known about this woman then, and what's your opinion then? Do you like her?
I've seen her quite a lot, and I do think she's trolling everyone. And I mean, I find it quite funny because they're all biting, and that's just what it is. They're all making these TikToks about, oh, she's prostituting herself out and blah 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 blah. Well, she's not, is she? It's all
clickbait
for a bit of airtime, and everyone's falling for it.
Well, she's got those people in the Telegram on the ropes right now, but I must admit that regardless of what I said to that troll, yeah, I do not agree with her using somebody's picture of a coffin and all that kind of stuff as sick and twisted. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't see all of it. I only see what comes up on my For You page. So I'm not like these, so I don't go looking for it, and I don't know what she's had for breakfast and what have you. Do you know what I mean? I just see the bits that come up on my For You page, but you can't use someone having EUPD as, like, they're unstable because they dealt with childhood trauma. That's it.
I agree. Someone said, "Does no one knit anymore?" You know what? Someone, you know what? Don't say that. Because I'm telling you, the ages crew will start coming for you. Sophia, anything else that you want to say?
Someone's just said there the trauma she had was from UK social services, and she got meals and compensation. I've got EUPD as well. Mine was also from social services. But I do back her up with that. Like, it's just like a way of life for us. It's not that we're unstable people. It's just we were put through trauma as children.
No, I understand that.
That's it.
NJ, did you know this girl was passed from, like, literally over 100 and something homes?
That young
Yeah, 133. She's had something like 12 schools or 20 schools.
133.
So she was trafficked?
No, she was basically just moved from care home to care home.
If you look on TikTok, you've got search Judge Rinda, Mum on the Run. It'll come up.
Okay. Saffron, how old are you, Saffron?
I'm 26. I've got 2 kids myself.
Alright, not a bad one. You do sound a bit young still.
Do I? It's probably my pick.
No worries. So, Saffron, what's your opinion then?
I don't know. I just want to know what the hell's going on. I mean, because I used to like her. I followed her for a very, very long time. I used to watch her page for a long time.
When did you start watching her then?
About a year ago now.
And why?
Because I found it interesting because obviously I'm from the UK as well. I've had issues with social services, so she...
Saffron, this said stop shouting, but I don't think you're shouting, to be fair.
Yeah.
She just seems like. Are you from Essex or something?
No, I'm from near London.
Yeah, you sound like a Londoner. Yes. It's all good.
Myself personally, I just think this girl needs. She needs quite a lot of help, like you say, with triggers and things like that. Nobody knows what this girl's going through mentally.
I can't believe her. I think she needs help because when I saw her previous video, she seemed like she was in a bit of a better place.
All right, Saf.
I feel like she's going through a bit of a breakdown.
Saffron.
Yeah.
You're literally killing my viewers' ears, yeah? So just need you to just tone it down a little tiny bit. Not what you're saying, just the height of your voice, all right? Just tone it down a little bit.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is.
Oh, perfect. That's the phone.
What I'm saying is, like, she seemed like a lot more emotionally stable like a few months ago, but like recently she just seems like, I don't know, but like I want to believe that like that this has happened. She has had her son taken off her, but do you know what it is? She's making it harder and harder for herself as well, especially with her Telegram accounts as well. She's not making it very easy for herself to like push the right narrative around her, because all she's put on that narrative is her OnlyFans and that, and she's bashing other people. So how are you supposed to convince someone that you want to get your son back when all you want to talk about on your Telegram is fucking basically sex? Like, you know.
Because that's only the thing that the girl's only known, isn't it, really? Because she's been tormented and been passed around and pushed around through sex. So,
you're not allowed to say that on the yellow.
Sorry, the girl wants a story, doesn't she? Absolutely shows that she wants a story heard, doesn't it? Myself personally, everyone's giving a critics on a child having dirty teeth and things like that, but don't all us children eat sweets and get broken teeth and decayed in the teeth and things like that?
Yeah, my kids eat sweets, but they still brush their teeth.
I think the girl's fabulous myself personally. I don't think anybody can call her on a parenting skills, because what the girl
I think she's a really good mum as well. Honestly, I think she's a really good mum as well.
I take my hat off to what she's done, because nobody else has had the experience to do what she's done, or the courage and the bravery, to go out there to a world, no family, no friends. The girl's got trust issues. It blatantly shows she's got trust issues.
Well, like I said, if you watch that Jade Rinder episode, she's literally been in over 130 foster homes, so she's been through it.
I think that's a little bit too far by saying that, because I've been watching her now for over a year and I've not heard her being in so many homes. I've heard her obviously having a little bit of triggers in her past growing up and things like that, obviously with substance misuse and things like that, and getting into different groups and things like that with triggers and peers. But at the end of the day, it's no different to others really, going off the rails. She's gone off the rails, she's holding her hands up. Her children are well maintained. They looked after her in the UK. She's actually got a child in an orphanage out there. She probably just needs a bit of time out to get her head together and think what she needs to do with her life.
Where is the proof? How is because what I've been seeing all over TikTok is that it's that false narrative that she's why
are we on TikTok?
Ladies, one at a time, please, ladies. And can you just bring the pitch down a little bit?
Why are we on TikTok talking about her? Obviously, everybody wants a clout over her, don't they? I mean, she's wanting gifts. She's got no visa. She's running out of finances. It's not like she can go to...
I'm so confused though, because people keep saying in the videos that they hear him. I don't hear him in the videos.
Whoa, one at a time, ladies. Bloody hell, my head. It's too late.
I know, this is what I'm saying though. People keep on saying that they keep on hearing him in the videos, but I don't hear him. So
Do you ever see that boy cry? Do you ever see that boy cry?
Yeah.
Right, ladies, I don't know what the hell is going on in your households, but you're too loud. Please.
I'm sorry. I think he's being loud. It's not my fault. Honestly, I always get accused of being too loud. Always.
I know, I get accused of it as well, so I had to learn how to tone it down. True to yourself. Are you the actual mum on the run?
No, I'm not actually the mum on the run, no. I'm just true to yourself. I'm called Amanda.
She's definitely not mum on the run.
Oh,
definitely not.
Oh, hi, by the way.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay, ladies. All right, get a stick opinion in it. Court.
Hello.
Nice to have you on the panel. What's your opinion then?
Personally, I know Ellis on like a personal level. What I don't understand is why people's making accounts in her name. That's just baffling me.
Yes, but like, is it actually real? Has her son actually been taken?
I don't know nothing about that.
See, that's what I'm more interested in, because that's the thing that's been going around recently.
All right,
a lot of people saying that she's heard him in the videos, and like, so I'm just not sure, really.
Jabe.
Yeah, right, guys. We can't go deeper. We meant to shut down at 12 o'clock.
Can I just make a point quickly?
Of course you can.
Okay, so with me, for example, yeah, because I shouted at my kid, everyone made out. I did whatever. How many calls went to social? What if people are really doing the madness to her and really are actually trying to go out their way to ruin her life, and by saying mad things like she's shot in her youth? So she has just give you lot what you want. Just like I said, yeah, my kids are gone now. I wonder what I'm going to do with my time. Do you get what I'm trying to say? She's saying, yeah, he's in an orphanage, now leave me alone kind of thing.
100%.
Like I said before, I think that she's probably saying that, number one, because she knows.
Yeah, but like, who the fuck?
Self-control. I mean,
yeah, I don't think that kid's in an orphanage, personally. I think, number one, it's probably two things. Number one, she knows it's going to get a reaction out of the trolls because they're that obsessed with her and invested in her life. So they're all going to obviously be up in uproar. And number two, obviously, it's clickbait in it, and obviously clicks pay. So she knows that, do you know what I mean? They're all going to be outraged, like, oh my God, look what she's done now. Where I think, come on, a 600-person deep Telegram group, it says a lot, do you know what I mean? They're clearly all and the woman admitted herself. She did say that they're all very invested. She said that.
Well said, Zara. Like Miss Independent, yeah, like she had it for like a couple of days, yeah, and she turned to say, yeah, cool, my kids have been taken. Yeah, that was after a couple of days of people trying to ruin her life. This woman's had people trying to ruin her life for years.
Yeah, it's just easier sometimes, you know, like people send you so much mad shit, like do this to yourself, that to yourself, this, that, ringing police, 724 reports to social, police had to come out, like bare madness happened. So for me, I just felt like, it weren't even a reaction for the trolls. It was just, I just wanted to be left alone, just go away kind of thing. So I was like, yeah, well, the kids are in care where they belong now. Are you all happy? Yep, go and celebrate, leave me alone.
I agree. Right. Okay, we are getting to the end of the segment, guys. I know it's going well. I know there's 800 people in here, but in 5 hours and 55 minutes, my alarm is going to go off. And when I'm feeling groggy in the morning, I'm not going to be thinking, oh, my TikTok was great last night. I'll be thinking, why did I log off when I said I did? So let's get final thoughts. If anybody else wants to come up and say something quickly, now is the time. All right?
Can I quickly land, yeah? Hi, everyone.
Who was here first? What's your name?
Right. My name's Billy. Hi.
Billy, big up Billy.
So I first discovered Ellis back in 2020, early 2020 on Instagram. You know, like when we was in lockdown and stuff. I was protesting with my daughter to stop lockdowns, and Ellis was live on Instagram. And obviously she has the same views towards me with the government and stuff. And people were trolling her on Instagram. They were sending people to her big house that she had, constantly sending takeaways. There was people raiding her house constantly. So the fact that she left the country when she was pregnant is correct. She was getting stalked, harassed. The fact that people now have made a Telegram chat and are giving so much energy to somebody who is just trying to do the right thing for her own child is crazy to me. It's crazy.
Okay. Someone's just... Okay, sorry. Yeah, carry on, Billy.
Yeah, go on. No, yeah, it's crazy. Like, there's so much other things going on in the world. Why are people so invested in a woman? There's a war going on right now. Why is no one giving the same energy towards the children in Palestine, towards the government billing us, taxing us here, there and everywhere? But people want to be talking in the Telegram chat about a woman. It's so stupid. It is so stupid.
Sorry, 1 minute. None of two boys. Thank you. Appreciate that comment. And I do believe that after I come off this live, Mum on the Run will no doubt probably want to come up and have her own say. So
Yeah, hopefully she does. Hopefully.
If she comes up and wants to have a say, we'll do a part 2. She don't want to have a say, I'm not doing a part 2. Billy, anything else you want to share?
No, go on, it's late. You need to get some rest.
Rachie, welcome up. No, sorry, Rachie. Oh, yeah, go on, because Tangerine. Wonderful. Hello, Rachie, you alright?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I've watched her from day one where she had her own house and stuff, and she had a wardrobe, and it was full of toys for the kids that she's not got. And she was explaining, like, it was the dad that was, like, he was a religious man, and he had, like, really strong beliefs, and he had a lot of money, and he was controlling, and he took the kids. And I remember her going to the nan's house to see the other boy. And the behaviours that she did used to do, don't get me wrong, was wrong, but she's grown in herself. Like, I just think she's in self-sabotage at the minute because people have pushed her to it.
That's a great point, still. I can kind of understand
like,
that.
Through what that girl's been through, like, you'd expect worse of her.
If you're saying this is a 3-year campaign on her, I mean, come on. And to be fair, I can believe that because, like, that woman...
Like, imagine being, like, a single mum on your own in a foreign country, not knowing anyone, and then you've got, like, the whole of, like, TikTok putting you down. Eventually, she's gonna crack.
Oh, Crystal.
She's in self-sabotage that... It's like if you're in an abusive relationship and a man's saying to you, you're this, you're that, eventually you start to believe her. So if she's got people saying to her, you're a bad mum, you're this, you're that, and the other, maybe she's just trying to hide her son from TikTok at the minute by saying he has been tough in the hope that they'd stop bullying her, because that's all it is. Rather than all these mums saying, oh, you're this, you're that, help her, support her.
Help her, support her.
Fair enough, don't send the money if people feel that that's what she's after, but there's no harm in people, like, offering advice and saying, don't be a mum in this way, do it this way. They're all just out for clout. And I know I'm speaking on it now, but I've watched her from day one years ago when she lived in Preston.
You see, the main reason why people actually asked me to do this live was they knew that I wouldn't allow all this witch hunt and whatever. We actually do have, like, intellectual conversations with me. So, and I'm all for and against, but what I am against is people hiding behind accounts and doing the most. If your face is there and I know who you are and I know that if I walk past you, I know that you're that person, then cool. But from when you're not doing that, for me personally, as a content creator and a live streamer, you lose credibility with me. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're big enough to be behind an account talking the most, then why don't you put your camera on or show the people actually who you are?
That's fired, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, right. Rachie, anything else you'd like to share?
I just believe that he's not in an orphanage. I just feel like she's just feeding the pack of wolves what they want at the minute, and good on the go.
I agree she's getting trolled, and I really don't think she's being self-sabotage or nothing at the moment. I reckon she's just getting paid. She's twisted the narrative. She's like, well, they're doing this, I may as well just clap back and get paid. She's a very intelligent woman. Like, she is an intelligent woman.
It's definitely clever still. Sometimes that's what you've got to do, to spin it on its head. Just take the good from the bad, innit? Basically. Yeah. Okay, cool. Zara, is there anything else you'd like to share? Or any final thoughts?
No, I've pretty much said everything that I've said. I just think if obviously, again, I know people are saying he's being neglected, but we haven't seen any proof of that. I think, what props to it. If she pulled her son out the country, and potentially could go into a care system that she was, obviously a victim of, and she's gone and she's living, whether it be in different countries, moving about. A kid's only going to learn from that. I think he's only going to benefit from that type of lifestyle, learn about different cultures, you know what I mean, foods, languages, all of that stuff. So I think people need to just fall back. And like I said to the exposing page, I feel like maybe you need to start, if you've got that much energy for somebody because you feel like the child's neglected, which if he is, of course, every child deserves to be safeguarded. However, why don't you focus your attention on people here in the UK where you can actually make a change and a difference? You can actually pick up the phone, call social services, and they're going to go and knock on people's doors, because there's no point in having this much energy for a woman that's all the way over the other side of the world.
Great. Well landed, Zara. Kaza? Have you got any final thoughts, Kaza?
Yeah. So basically, I just think whenever you've come together and you're trying to tell me that you've got a group of 600 people in a group chat talking shit about someone constantly all day, every day, instead of doing something about it, it becomes your credibility becomes zero to me. And whatever you say, I'm not going to hear any of it, because to me, it just sounds like you've got nothing better to do, and all you're trying to do is make someone's life very, very difficult. I mean, if the boy is actually being neglected and stuff, I hear what you're saying, but the way that you're going about it is not making normal people like me that have a life and shit to do believe anything that you're saying, or make me think, all right, cool, everyone needs to do something about this, because the way that you're going about it is literally just a witch hunt. So that's all I've got to say anyway. And I don't think the kid's in no orphanage. I think she's just baiting you lot, because you lot have said so much and done so much to her over the years. She thought, fuck it, now I'm gonna start benefiting from it and start making money from what you lot are saying about me anyway. And that's how she's decided to go about it. And I don't really blame her for that, to be honest, but some things are too far what she's done and said. Anyway, thank you, NJ.
Can I just say something before I go, please? Thank you very much. I think people need to give this woman some self-love. That's what's missing in the world today. Self-love. This is what the girl wants. She wants loving. Everybody should come together to love this girl, not go against her. And that's all I say, because you'd all be held responsible if she were to take her life or something were to happen to her. Then it's just another clout chase amongst your TikTok platforms, talking amongst her again. So I think myself personally, I give her some self-love instead of giving her the hate. And that's it for tonight on it. Thank you very much for inviting me into the box.
You are welcome, and I must say self-love is the best love. Jiva, you're in the building. Is there any chance that we can get one song, please? Right, who else hasn't landed though? Stoney, any final thoughts on the situation at hand?
Like I just said, bro, I just think she's just flipped the script on everybody, and she's making the most of it, getting herself paid. Why not?
She's getting that bag, she's getting that money.
That's it. Don't forget, this girl's had money. She probably didn't have it all. She's just had a taste of it. So now she's gonna want it from any avenue it's gonna come from. Do you know what I mean? She's lived a wild life, I think she has, but I don't believe the kid's in an orphanage for 1 minute.
I would just love to hear from her now. We've heard from everybody else. Everybody else has had their opinions. Like, it's just all about hearing from her now. So if anybody in here knows her personally, or if she's watching on a burner, around here you won't get your head ripped off, but at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying, you have done some controversial things. So if you are going to come around here, just be mindful that you will have to hold a grilling for putting up a picture of a deceased baby. Like, I know you've been through a lot and that, but that's just taking it to the next extreme for me still. And you'd have to take accountability. So
I feel like she's holding the dream really well. I really do.
Yeah, well, at the same time, innit, you get me, like, that thing that she done the other day, like, I'm sorry, like...
Yeah, no one can agree with that. No one can agree with that. That's wild.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. Everyone's like, what? Maybe I shouldn't have said that, because you're all going to think, what the hell? But yeah, this was only yesterday, I'm hearing.
Well, I think the girl's misunderstood, and the girl needs a medal and a bit of love. That's it.
Medal?
Pretty good night.
A medal for what? Are you sure you're not that person, or you're just trolling up here, love? True to yourself?
No, I'm not. What I mean by a medal, I take my hat off to her, because she's done most what most wouldn't. She's took herself out of a situation to the other side of the world, and she doesn't know what to do now. She doesn't know how to come back from all this.
Everyone's saying it's her.
It's like addiction, hasn't it? It's become an addiction. I mean, everybody's on the gifts, everybody's on her saying she's chasing money, but what does she do to get money?
What does she do?
What she's doing now.
What is TikTok?
That's it. That's the only way around the platform to get money. She's tried all the other...
It is you. I can tell by your voice, man. I've seen your video.
It's not me at all.
Come on your camera then. Come on your camera.
If you go over onto my content, love, I'm just me. Obviously, I'm new to the platform, and I've been watching creators.
Come on your camera then, love.
I swear to God, I'll come on my camera. I'm not her.
Come on then.
I'm not her. I'm Lancashire, me.
Come
love.
on
I'm
the camera
not from
then,
Preston,
love.
but I am from Lancashire.
Alright, let's do a poll. If the poll says that it's you, they think it's you, you have to come on the camera.
Comments are saying no.
Is that a deal? Is that a deal?
That's a deal.
Alright, cool.
Look at all the comments
guys,
saying
if
it's
you
not
think
her.
that this is mum on the run, then I want to see a smiling face. If you think that it's not her, then I want to see a sad face. Let's go.
It's not her.
I would say I'm 99% sure it's not her.
It's not me, God, guys. That's why I'm called true to yourself. I wouldn't lie. It's just that I'm a mum and I feel for the girl. I feel for the girl, I do. And obviously, she's hated, isn't she? She's hated on.
You sound like her. Everyone's saying they end. Alright, cool.
Probably because
She does sound like her a little bit, but
I
it's
can't see her. They just want to see you at this point. Just to put their minds at rest.
Do it.
Do it. Come on.
You being serious? Have you definitely got enough people in there wanting me to show my face?
Yeah.
Know your hair colour at least, because she's got reddish hair, reddish gingerish hair.
I've invited you to put your camera on.
All right, then are you ready?
I can't make you big screen because
I just think it's the accent. Definitely not me, guys.
All right, let's see then.
Definitely not me, guys.
Show me then.
No, NJ, you're funny.
Hurry up! Come on, I gotta go to bed soon. I'm meant to be sleeping from 17 minutes ago. If it's not, you owe her an apology. Okay.
It's not me, guys. Thank you.
All right, show us your face then, love.
Have I not just showed you?
No.
Nah.
Oh, bear with me a moment.
Yeah, I've just. You can invite yourself.
Guys, it's not me.
It's her. It's her.
I believe you're true to yourself. I don't believe you're her.
Oh, guys, it's not me. She doesn't have a piercing.
Auntie, come on.
You need to put your camera on, Bab. You're not putting it on.
How do I do that now?
You know how to do it. It's her, man. You guys, man. What is wrong with you? Look, I've just invited you, the invitation to turn your camera on now.
There you go.
What? You can't see anything?
I can see myself on the screen. Why is it not coming
you can't. Why is she lying? It's her. It's not her.
It's not me, honest to God, guys.
So why won't you come on the camera then?
I am doing everything to try and get myself
You're
on.
not. I'm inviting you. Oh, look.
And I'm pressing.
You can invite to yourself. Look, invite again to turn on the camera again in 29 seconds. So that request should be there now.
It's saying on my side.
It does sound like her a little bit.
It does sound like her. Thank you.
It does.
I don't know whether it's just the accent.
No, it's the accent, love, because obviously Preston's 20 minutes down the road from where I am, love. That's all it is.
She talks as well. She's very abrupt.
Press save the camera. See, someone's just told you to do it. It's her.
It's not me. You ready? I'm going to save it. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I apologise.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I finally got there. It's not, I'm not. Have I passed?
Yes, you passed, love. You passed.
Well, thank you. God.
You got
Thank
the press. What do you say? You from Preston?
No, I'm 20 minutes away from Preston.
So is that like a Manchester accent?
Well, it's more towards Blackburn, Burnley.
Ah, Burnley.
Burnley.
She's got a mask on. She's got a
need to have
mask
a hand heart for you troubles.
But yeah, you got my heart beating there. I'm definitely not her, guys. I've just been obviously watching her for about a year now, and my heart goes out to her as much as it does to anybody else in that situation as well.
Bless you. All right, guys, man. I apologise. I just sent her a hand heart. Can you get off my case now? We was meant to do final thoughts, and we're still here. She's coming here to drag it out, guys. That's why. Yeah. Right, where we are, it's 20 past 12. Listen, everybody in here, right now, give me a follow. Get me to 23k at least. Tomorrow we are coming back. If Mum on the Run shouts me, we'll do a part 2. If not, we're going to do Corey Wilde tomorrow, okay? So tell a friend to tell a friend. We're either going to do a part 2 or we're going to be doing a live on Corey Wilde. And I want to hear everybody's opinions on everything that's happened with Sam Walker. What do you think about him? Do you like him? Do you dislike him? Corey Wilde is wilding. Sophia,
Sam Walker. Sam Walker's my legend, so I'm hoping to get in the box tomorrow night because Sam Walker, big up Sam Walker.
Oh, yes. We will do that tomorrow. Guys, thank you for all of the lovely comments, all the support. Guys, at 9 o'clock, I do have a battle. Sorry. I don't do battles all the time, but I am part of Live Fest. So we're going to do the battle at 9 o'clock. Then after that, we'll go straight into the debate. Corey Wilde and his windows. Yes, we're going to do that one tomorrow. If but Mum on the Run might contact, so we might do the part 2. Right. Zara, thank you very much for coming up and hosting with me. Same as Sean. Billy, welcome to the stage. First time up here. Stoney, you're becoming a part of the furniture.
Mate, always a pleasure, mate.
And true to yourself, thank you for coming up and proving us all wrong.
Love you lots. Thank you very much, guys. God night and God bless.
Good night. God bless you all. Everybody have a blessed sleep, okay? See